Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Blue Turf Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium, Game 2 of this 2021 football season. I'm TJ Miracle, high in the booth. Dawn Morgan is fieldside with us, back in her accustomed space tonight, and we are glad to have you with us wherever you are in Southeast New Mexico, West Texas on Z94 KZOR, also around the world on the Z94 KZOR app. If you want to listen, if you want to watch, that is absolutely free for you on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and also on the Lovington Sports tab at HobbsAmerica.com. So a familiar foe coming in to Wildcat Stadium tonight as the Roswell High Coyotes are in town. The Coyotes are 0-1 on the season. They had kind of a rough go last week against the Farmington Scorpions. For Lovington, they are 1-0 on the year, still number one in Class 4A. No, Coach G has got to be very happy about that, but they are going to have to do a little bit of work tonight to be certain. Of course, getting that win 14-6 last week, the defense looking absolutely fantastic in that ball game. The offense, though, having their struggles 1 week ago, but they've had a week to work on it. First game jitters are out of the way, and it's always a good matchup when Roswell and Lovington hit the turf to take each other on. Game 2 of the pre-district schedule here today. Of course, thanks for tuning in and watching wherever you are. This is the Stone Oilfield Services pregame show from our great friends here at Stone Oilfield Services, proud supporters of Lee County and Lovington athletics. So let's bring in Dawn Morgan. Dawn, are you there? Are you hooked in?
Absolutely, yeah. Not down on the sideline just yet. I think that we may have some special veterans appreciation night, activities or something. So I'm going to wait until it's just right before the kickoff to get down right by the field. It looks like that we may have a color guard out on the sideline at the 50-yard line, that maybe they're going to go out and do presentation of colors. And we do know that the Lee County Sheriff's Office was serving up hamburgers and that meal in honor of our Veterans Appreciation tonight, and they were doing that down outside the gates. And I saw a couple of those burgers go by on some plates, and so it looked pretty good. I thought that was a kind of a nice thing for the Sheriff's Office to show up and do tonight.
Well, it certainly is. Of course, Sheriff Corey Helton doing that, and our thoughts and our prayers are with all of our veterans and all of our active duty military with everything that's going on, especially in Afghanistan the last couple of days. So just a great night to honor their service and their memory. And we say a big thank you to all of our vets and all of our current active duty military wherever you are serving around the world. Our hats off to you, ladies and gentlemen. So, all right, Dawn, you've kind of been, down in the stands and, patrolling around down there pregame. So what are you hearing down there? What's the mood for this opening game of the 2021 season here at home?
I tell you what, this is a long time coming. This is a home football game in August. We haven't had that in 2 years.
Yes.
So even though we certainly had a great season earlier this year with Lovington football, very successful. Still, it's really great to be here in August on the home field with everybody here and everything, the bands, the cheerleaders, the fans, all of it. It's the whole experience tonight, and I think everybody here is excited to do this.
Well, I think you're absolutely right. So, of course, mentioned it a little bit ago in the pregame show, the Cats getting the victory last week in Santa Teresa, the long road trip down there, winning 14-6. The defense, Dawn, absolutely dominated in that game, forcing 9 turnovers, but the offense needs to find something tonight. Last week collectively just 120 yards from scrimmage, and against most teams, to go a little bit redneck for just a minute, that ain't going to get it done.
Yeah, and of course the team was well aware of that. We heard Coach G tell us after the game that he definitely, wanted to work on that. He told the team in the huddle that there was a lot to be proud of in that win on Friday night, but that they definitely had some things to work on during the week. And offense was really job number one. Keep that defense strong and healthy and growing. This is a developing quarterback and a developing offense this year, and they're on a quick learning curve. And this team right here, as Coach D told them last week, was going to hand them a big lesson, and and they needed to be ready for it tonight. So let's see what they've got.
Absolutely, as the Cats come out onto the field, come to the big inflatable Wildcat in the north end zone. They are wearing the home blues with the white letters and numbers, the white helmet with Cats in script on the side. For the Roswell High Coyotes, they're still huddling in the north end zone. They'll be wearing the road whites with the gold letters and numbers and the red helmets. One of these years, Coach Lynn is going to listen to me, and they're going to get rid of those gold numbers that you can't see from more than 5 inches away. But I gripe about it every year, and I'm sure I will continue to gripe about that. So both teams out on the field tonight. Military Appreciation Night here at Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium. Looking forward to providing a great game for you tonight. If you are watching on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on the Lovington Sports tab at HobbsAmerica.com tonight, please excuse. I'm going to go ahead and ask for your patience as we move through this. I am running the camera myself tonight, so I'll do my best to keep up with it. We thought we might have had somebody, but turns out that I'm still running solo tonight. And Dawn, you're going to be extra busy keeping up with the score bug tonight down there, so thank you very much for doing that. So the team's out, getting ready, and before we have the national anthem and the start of this one, final thoughts.
You know, I'm just looking forward to seeing what these guys have worked on this week. I think they're definitely ready for this game, and they may have just a few little, jitters. First home game of the year, kind of jitters at first. We hope they can work those bugs out and get to scoring. I think scoring early and setting the tone for this game is going to be really important for this game tonight and for this team. They feed on success. They need success early. That means offense, while they keep their defense strong too.
Absolutely, and of course last week the offense did put 2 scores on the board. Ashton Aranda with 2 touchdown strikes, both of them for 7 yards, one of them to Isaac Henson, the other to Adam Aguilera. Leading receiver in that game was Tate Hilliard. He had 4 grabs for 43 yards, so definitely going to be 3 receivers worth watching. Also going to be worth watching tonight, Alec Olguin, who had a couple of grabs last week for 24 yards. So the Lovington offense can definitely put some numbers on the board. They've got to find some traction in the running game and keep the passing game strong. So as we prepare for the Lee County Sheriff's Department color guard to come out onto the field, getting ready for the start of this one. As we mentioned, the Cats are 1-0, and the Roswell High Coyotes are 0-1. As we observe a moment of silence at the stadium and prepare for the national anthem, we'll go ahead and take this time out. We'll come back with the kickoff. Wildcat football is on Z94 KZOR Hobbs. Back here at Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium, getting ready for the kickoff of game number 2 of the 2021 season. The Wildcats 1-0 against the 0-1 Roswell High Coyotes. With Rosie Barrera in studio engineering and producing, Dawn Morgan patrolling field side. I'm TJ Miracle, high above the booth. Thanks for being with us all over Lee County and West Texas on Z94, KZOR, Hobbs, Lovington. Also all over the world listening live on the Z94 KZOR app and at HobbsAmerica.com. And all over the world watching live tonight on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and also on the Lovington Sports tab at HobbsAmerica.com. So getting ready for the start and the kickoff of this one as the Lee County Sheriff's Office color guard has left the field. Nice job by the Big Blue Band on the national anthem. So we are ready for a little football here tonight as the teams still preparing to come out and just looking forward for a little football tonight. Lovington winning 14-6 1 week ago. Roswell High losing 42-6 1 week ago against Farmington. So, definitely a tale of two teams, but both of these teams going to want to get the victory tonight. The Wildcats did win the toss. They deferred, so it will be Roswell High football first as we start this game. Of course, our pregame show was brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services. Remember the good folks at Stone Oilfield right here in Lovington, proud supporters of the Lovington Wildcats. So, all right, I guess all the final instructions being given, Dawn. So some thoughts as we get ready for the kickoff.
Out onto the field, getting ready to, as you said, field tonight, and about this game in particular.
All right, I think, Dawn, we're losing. Y'all wait until I see you down on the field. So wherever we are, we're getting blocked out of our field level signals. So as the Roswell High Coyotes come out onto the field, Lovington getting their final instructions from the coaching staff. Hope you are doing well on a warm August evening for football from Southeast New Mexico, live at Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium. The Cats will be kicking off from the right to the left. That is south to north. And Roswell High will be moving north to south here in this very first quarter of play. So it'll be teed up at the 40-yard line. And again, I apologize in advance if the camera work is substandard tonight. I have no one to blame but myself for that, Dawn.
Yeah, I'm out here on the sideline now, ready for the kickoff.
All right, well, here we go as the teams are out. As we prepare for the kickoff tonight, it looks like Tayton Hilliard will be handling the kickoff duties once again tonight. One man back deep for the Roswell High Coyotes. We are ready for some Friday night football as Tayton will put the boot into it. It'll be a short kick. It'll bounce at the 20, and it'll be taken in the up man, who runs into one of his own guys and then gets across the 25 and is met by a swarm of Wildcats and brought down. It'll be 1st and 10 from about the 26-yard line. That is where Roswell High will start this ball game. There we go. Freed the camera up. I had the thing too tight. So Roswell High, they're going to do about what we are used to seeing. Sometimes very run heavy. I would be willing to bet that is what we see tonight out of them as well. And Dawn, if you could kind of help me pick up some of the numbers down there. Number 17, I believe, Richard Areola is the quarterback.
For the score bug and the rosters here.
Yeah, we're all pulling double duty tonight. So Areola is the quarterback. He'll be in the shotgun formation. Lovington with 4 men across the front. He'll hand it off. Nope, he'll keep it himself and take it around the left side. He crosses the 30 to the 35. High steps out of a tackle and runs out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of, let's see where they mark him. They're going to mark him at the 42, so officially it'll be a gain of 14 for Areola, and it'll move the chains. First down for Roswell High.
It's going to be important for the defense to try to stop Roswell early on.
And it'll be another handoff, and Areola will keep it himself, go around the right side once again on the quarterback keeper. Going to be bumped out just shy of the 45-yard line. So he's going to pick up, though, about 5. Yep, it'll be another pickup of 5 for Areola. 19 yards on 2 carries. And Roswell High looks like they are determined just to run it right up Lovington's guts tonight. That has been a problem for the Cats is the run defense. Areola will get it. He will hand it off this time. Coming around the near side is his fullback, and we'll have a flag on the play as the running back will be brought down right at midfield. And
that was 42 running the ball.
So number 42 for Roswell High. That'll be Bryce Sanchez. And it'll be holding on
Roswell.
So that'll move them back 10 yards, wipe out the good play that would have gotten them the first down. And so that'll wipe out the first down. It is from the spot, which was at the line of scrimmage, so that'll move them back. And so it'll go from being 2nd and 5 to being 2nd down and 15. So the ball will move all the way back inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Just underway here, first quarter from Wildcat Stadium. No score between the Cats and the Coyotes. So from the near hash mark, ball spotted at the 33-yard line. The 2nd down and 15. As Areola will bring his team out onto the field. They need to get right just shy of midfield. Areola from the shotgun formation. And he will hand it off and moving around the left side on another sweep and brought down at the 40. That was number 30, Josh Estrada. Did I get that right, Dawn?
Yes. He made he picked up a few yards, not nearly what he needed for the first down.
Yeah, across the 40, and we'll see where they put it. There was a flag on the play, but ouch, big flag on the play. That was a 15-yard personal foul on Lovington. Yep, it'll be a horse collar tackle. So for Estrada, he's going to get 6 yards, and they're going to tack 15 onto the end of that one. Bad penalty.
Very bad for Lovington.
So into Wildcat territory. Send a man in motion, and they'll hand it off, and nowhere to go is the running back, another of the three-headed monsters. And so number 32 will be, I don't have a
22, sorry.
22, okay, that'll be Miguel Cabrales. So not a lot of room there for Cabrales. Might have gotten a yard, so call it 2nd down and 9. Looks like Roswell High going to be content just to run. Of course, you got to be careful. Occasionally they will lob a pass right into the middle of things. They do send a man out wide. From the shotgun, it'll be Areola. He will hand it off, and Rod will run in room on the right side as breaking a tackle at the 35. That is going to be Sanchez. He crosses the 25 and going to be down near the 20-yard line. It is a 23-yard run for Bryce Sanchez, and that'll move the chains. First down for the Coyotes.
And coming on the heels of that Lovington penalty, that's too much momentum for Roswell right now, and they go into a quick set to try to keep that engine hot.
Up under center. He sends 2 men in motion. That should be too many men in motion. Yeah, that one will come back. And, yep, it will be too many men in motion, so move them back 5 yards. Second penalty on Roswell.
See, trying to move too fast can sometimes bite you in the butt, as it did there.
That certainly did. So it'll go from 1st and 10 to 1st and 15. Move them back outside the 25 to the 27-yard line. So the Cats defense needing to stiffen against Roswell High.
15 from the 27.
From the 27, 1st and 15. Split a man out wide to the right. From the shotgun is Areola. Back in the backfield is Sanchez with him. He'll hand it off to Sanchez, trying to sweep to the left side. Going to be met at the line of scrimmage and bulls his way forward to the 25-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain. 2nd down and 13 for Roswell High. Good pursuit there by the Wildcat line to get him down. So quickly back at it. 2nd down and 13. Faking the handoff as rolling right is Areola looking downfield. He is going to be hit back near the 30-yard line. Henson comes through with a big sack. So the first sack of the ball game, Areola rolled out and is sacked. He is going to lose 4 yards. First sack of the ball game. And so now it's 3rd down and back out to around 17.
Henson did a nifty move to get by the man who was on him. He went straight for the jugular on that. Great play.
So a big 3rd down and 17 now for Roswell High. Coach Jeff Lynn gonna go with the 3-receiver set. Twins right, 1 left. From the far hash mark, Sanchez in the backfield with Areola. Low snap, Ariola handles it, rolls near side, throws the little underneath screen pass. Going to be caught at the 30, and trying to find a man off is the receiver, Caden George. He is going to get about, actually I don't think he got anything. He's going to lose a yard on the completion by George.
Yeah, but on him quick and bringing him down savagely. That was Brennan Garcia, number 52.
So it's a completed pass, but loses a yard. So now it'll be 4th down and about 19 to go. Ball all the way back at the 33-yard line. They've got to get it up to the 13, so call it 4th down and 20. Coach Lynn will go for it inside Lovington territory. Twins left, 2 tight ends in the ball game. Sanchez in the backfield with Ariola from the full shotgun. Good snap. Ariola rolls left, going to be pressured. Lets it fly, goes across the middle, and that one is going to be picked off. Coming over and making the grab is Tayton Hilliard.
And you know who was putting real good pressure on the quarterback that time was Paris. I think the quarterback let loose of that before he was ready, and Paris was just ready to tackle him. It was good coverage by the D. Really nice play, nice INT.
And so the INT, you hate that though, because if you just bat it down, you have much better field position. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cats at the 11-yard line. Tayton just knocks that one down. Which, I mean, hey, you want the interception, it's exciting, but you knock it down, you got it out at the 30. But, hey, we'll take it. So the defense, their 10th turnover of the season, comes up in a big way. So now it'll be time for the Cats offense to show what they are made of. From the shotgun will be Ashton Aranda. Sends a man in motion. They will pitch it. That is going to be Adam Aguilera. Makes one man miss and shimmies up through the line. Gets to the 15, make it the 16. It'll be a 5-yard gain, but the ball is loose, and Roswell High says they've got it, and they do. And so, yikes, Adam Aguilera on the end around gets 5 yards, but fumbles it right back over to Roswell High.
Well, Aguilera got absolutely creamed, and I think they reached under him and got that ball. From this angle, that's what it looked like. It kind of half squirted, but half was pulled out from under.
So Roswell High will retake possession of the football inside the Lovington red zone. They'll have it at the 16-yard line, 1st down and 10. So Roswell's defense gets to try it again. They send a man in motion. They'll hand it off right up the gut to Cabrales, and he's going to just bull his way forward, drags a couple of Cats with him over the left guard, and gets all the way down to the 11-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard gain, and actually that was Sanchez, pardon me. He's got 3 carries for 30 yards, and it'll be 2nd down and 5. Now they're going to draw everybody in tight. Up at the 11-yard line, under center, trying the hard count is Ariola, and flags fly. The question is, somebody on the Lovington line jumped, but did they get drawn off? Did somebody flinch on Roswell's side? We'll have to wait and see. And, yep, they're going to say that it is on the Cats, their 2nd penalty for 20 yards in the ball game, and it'll give Roswell High a 1st and goal situation from inside the 10. Actually, just missed it, so they've got 2nd down and about an inch to go from inside the 10-yard line. 7:39 remaining in the 1st quarter. No score in this one, but Roswell knocking on the door. Under center again will be Ariola. Lovington's defense going to have to hold tough as they send a man in motion. It'll be a pitch out to that motion man who is hit in the background and dropped. Great play by the Lovington Wildcat defense. Is nowhere to go. Did you catch the number on that running back?
I thought it was 35, maybe Peyton Kennard, but I don't know for sure.
I couldn't tell if it was a 5 or a 6. So yeah. Kennard is actually going to lose yardage. He's going to be back at the 11-yard line. So it'll be a loss of about 5 on the play. And so a big 3rd down and about 6 to go for Roswell High here. From the shotgun, barking it out is Ariola, trying to get the Cats to jump. He'll hand it off, try and right tackle. That is going to be Sanchez, and he'll pull forward to near the 5-yard line. He should have enough for the 1st down. He will, and it'll move the chains for the Coyotes. It'll be 1st and goal.
And that was Garcia of the Lovington line who brought him down again. But unfortunately, of course, Roswell, 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal from just outside the 5-yard line, looks like. They'll call it officially from the 6. So Roswell High knocking on the door as we hit just about the halfway point of a fast-moving 1st quarter. Each team with a turnover. Lovington's coming right after they forced one. 3 make that 4-man across the front for the Cats. Roswell sends a man in motion, trying a little misdirection. Nowhere to go for Kynard as he was coming from the right side, going to the left, and he is hit the backfield and dropped. He's going to lose another yard, and so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 7.
And he got hit by a Lovington defense sandwich there. I think on one side at least. I was thinking it was 23, but we don't have a 23 on the, so it could have been 24 or 27.
I believe Brennan Garcia also in on the stop, and the 27 be Anthony Gomez.
Right.
So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 7. High snap, it's handled. Handing it off around the left side. That's Kennard this time, and he is going to bowl forward. Is tripped up at the goal line, but falls in. So Kennard gets his 7 yards and into the end zone for the Roswell High touchdown to give the Coyotes the quick 6-0 lead. Point after to come. So Roswell just deciding they're going to run it right down Lovington's throat, Dawn.
And they did. It took them a while. It took a few minutes off the clock, about half the quarter.
Point after to come. The Coyotes show they are going to kick it. Low snap. It is up, and a pretty good kick picked up off the turf and booted through. So with 5.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter, on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard, it says Roswell High 7, Lovington nothing. We're back in 60 seconds. Wildcat football continues on KZOR. Roswell High takes advantage of a Lovington turnover and punches it into the end zone. A 7-yard dive by Kennard, and the point after is good. So now to kick it away for Roswell High, it'll be Eli Lynn. It is a short end-over-ender and a fair catch called for by the Wildcats. Smartly, Cayman Ochoa just calls for the fair catch and handles it right there. And so Lovington will have it 1st and 10. They'll set up right around the 25-yard line. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle, Rosie Barrera in studio, engineering and producing tonight. Thanks for being with us wherever you are around the world, listening to and watching the Wildcats. And again, I apologize in advance for the shoddy camera work. I will try and fire this guy by next week. So back to it is Aranda from the shotgun formation. He's going to send trips to the left, one to the right. Aranda barks it out, fakes the handoff, quick screen to the right side, and that is in and out of the hands of Tayton Hilliard and almost picked off as running in hard was Adrian Anaya, but almost disaster on that pass.
But I like what I saw because the line was right with doing what they needed to do. It was a quick set, a quick pass. Aranda got rid of it, and he really threw a pretty good pass. Hilliard just couldn't hang on to it.
So 2nd down and 10, 5:25 remaining first quarter. The Cats trail by 7. Aranda from the shotgun sends a man in motion. That's going to be Perez. Empty set. Just keeping it himself. Ashton will go right into the teeth of the line. Gets a yard. Not much more than that doing. And he's going to be brought down immediately by Wesley Gallegos. So a pickup of 1 for Aranda. And it is 3rd down and 9. So a big 3rd down here in the early going for the Cats.
Showing guts to run, to do a design quarterback keeper and run right up the middle. Too bad he didn't get more for his effort, but we'll take 1.
Also in on that stop was Jorge Gomez for the Roswell High Coyotes. Let's see what the Cats can do facing a 3rd and 9 from the 26-yard line. Aranda from the shotgun, empty set in the backfield, trips right, 2 left from the near hash. Aranda barks out the signals. 3 men across. That one is on the turf. Ashton going to grab it. He's going to dump it underneath, and it will be complete out across the 30 to the 31-yard line. And there to bail him out is Isaac Henson. So complete to Isaac Henson, and he's going to pick up 5 on the completion, but now it'll be 4th and 4. And this deep in your own territory, I've got to think Coach G is going to kick it away.
Yeah, well, you would think that. I think, yes, we're seeing, I think, special teams come on. They're getting ready to kick it away.
Yep, they will, as Tayton Hilliard will be on to do the punting duties. Back deep to receive for Roswell High. It'll be, and we got flags all over the place. Jerm Moriel is back to receive the punt. Let's see who it's on. The way they threw that one, maybe somebody lining up off sides. We'll wait and see what the man in the white hat has to say. And yep, it'll be lining up in the neutral zone. So Lovington just a little bit out of sorts here. Their third penalty for 25 yards. So they'll move it backwards, and it'll be 4th down and punt time again. Muriel with his heels on his own 35-yard line. Good snap. Hilliard handles it. He will kick it away. It's a wobbler. Moriel will get it and muffs it at the 30. He's going to be hit immediately and moves backwards and is dropped back at the 25-yard line. Great pursuit downfield by the Wildcat special teams.
Corrales, I believe, brought him down back there. He's number 2, or is that 0?
That is Corrales, yeah. Javier Corrales.
Monreal on the reception.
So Monreal is knocked backwards, so flip the field pretty much as Roswell High will take over at their 25-yard line. 3:51 remaining here in the first, and the Coyotes right now up on the Cats 7-0 on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard. Fast-moving first quarter. Roswell High going to come out, 2 receivers to the right, nobody to the left, tied in the ball game. Ariola, good snap. He's going to hand it off to Sanchez, who's hit at the line. Great pursuit by the Wildcats right there. That was Henson who came through from the defensive backfield and knocked him down for no gain.
Hand off to Bryce Sanchez.
Nice job there by the Lovington secondary to sniff that one out and help out the line. Roswell High quickly back to it. Tied into the left, 2 receivers to the left. Ariola hands it off. Sanchez again goes over left tackle, gets up to the 30 and just squirms forward for another 5-yard gain. Now it'll be 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, Lovington really needs to work on finishing those tackles. They're really allowing these guys to stay on their feet and get extra yardage.
So an important 3rd down and 5. Twins to the right, a tight end on the left side again. And they're going to throw the screen near side. It'll be complete at the 30 to the 35 and out near the 40-yard line. A huge hit put on by Tayton Hilliard, but not before it's 1st down yardage for Roswell High. I believe that was number 15, Jordan Weathersby, with the reception.
That was Hilliard on one side of that crunch and Aguilera on the other.
So up to the 40-yard line. It'll be a 12-yard completion. And quickly to it, Roswell High. They'll go on the end around, going to hand it off to Kennard again, and he's going to scrum forward and get about 2 yards. So they like the big fullback there. He got the touchdown, but Lovington stopping him after just a 2-yard gain, 2nd down and 8. One thing about Roswell High that is a little new this year, Coach Lynn is spending, getting his team out there and moving a lot faster.
Yeah, they're moving a lot faster than they did last year. They were quite deliberate.
Man in motion and keeping it himself is Ariola. He's going to spin out to the left side, makes a spin move at the 50, into Wildcat territory to the 40. Gets out of one tackle and is finally going to be basically knifed down and slips down inside the 35 at the 34-yard line. It'll be a 24-yard gain for Ariola and into Wildcat territory. Right now, Roswell just pretty much moving the ball at will.
Well, they are proving to be quick and slippery.
From the shotgun again, Ariola barks out the signal. He will hand it off. That's Kennard, goes over the left side, crosses the 30 to the 29-yard line. The big fullback will pick up 5, and it'll be 2nd down and 5. And Roswell High is just basically eating clock. We are down to 1:45 to go here in the first quarter. That's what happens when you keep it between the tackles and you don't throw it much. Time tends to tick away. Lovington keeps 3 men across the front. Man in motion. Handed off up the middle. Sanchez starts it left, cuts it back to the right, slips down, shy of the 1st down as he comes into the middle of the line, but he's going to pick up 3, so 3rd and 2. Sanchez, 7 carries, 45 yards here in the first quarter.
3rd down, 3.
The 3rd down and a long 2 under center. Ariola sends a man in motion, Hand it off, and right up the middle is going to be Sanchez, and he's going to have about 4, maybe 5 yards, and it'll be enough for the first down. So Sanchez gets the first down. That is the 7th first down of the ball game of the quarter for Roswell High. Under a minute to play. Roswell High on the march again, leading 7-0. Areola from the shotgun, Sanchez with him. Hand it off. Sanchez goes left. Nowhere to go, and the Cats defense is right there to meet him as he tried to sweep it out to the left side. He's going to lose 2 yards.
Awesome job defense right there.
Certainly was. Coming up and making that stop. Brennan Garcia found a little seam and came through. The big boy on the line doing a nice job. Brian Gutierrez was also right there too, but I'm pretty sure it was Garcia that put the helmet right between the numbers.
And I've noticed the defense coordinator, the coach, is running in some fresh legs every couple of plays just to keep that line fresh and keep them working hard.
Twins to the right, send a man in motion. Fake the handoff. Areola keeps it himself. Does a little stutter step at the line and is going to be stood up right at the line as he's going to be met by Anson Marquez at the line. It'll be no gain for the quarterback, and that will run out the first quarter of play. So we've played a quarter from here at Wildcat Stadium, and Roswell High leading on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard 7-0. Back for the second quarter in 1 minute on KZOR. Wildcat Stadium, second quarter getting ready to start as the Cats trailing on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard to Roswell High 7-0. I'm TJ Miracle, Don Morgan fieldside, Rosie Barrera in studio engineering and producing. Roswell High on the march but facing a third down and about 12. Areola from the shotgun barks it out, gets the hard count, and somebody jumped as trying to time that out was Brennan Garcia. He came off, but the question is, was he pulled by Roswell? No, he wasn't, and so Areola must have a pretty deceptive count there, Dawn. He's gotten Lovington a couple of times to jump.
He has. They're going to have to watch that. These penalties can stack up and really kill you.
So you can't give them 3 yards, so it'll go down to third down and 8 after the 5-yard penalty. So inside the 20, inside the red zone now from the 19-yard line. Areola from the shotgun, Sanchez on his right shoulder. He looks to pass, now he's just going to tuck it, take off, goes to the right side, cuts it back across the middle, across the 15, stretches out, is going to be near the 10-yard line. He will have enough for the first down, an 8-yard gain for Areola, and it'll be first and goal for Roswell High.
Perez in pursuit, bringing him down on that one.
8th first down of the half for Roswell High. Lovington has only had the ball for one offensive play. Actually, they did have a 3 and out. So a low snap and handing it off. Nope, keeping it himself. Areola starts left, jukes it back right, and going to be near the 5-yard line before the teeth finally collapse on him. Jaime Perales in on the stop, and he was just outside, so it was 1st and 10 from the 11. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it'll be 2nd and 6 from the 7. 51 yards on 7 carries for Areola.
It's a fast-moving game so far, too.
Yes, it is. Already a minute gone here in the second quarter. Everybody in tight, one-man split wide to the left. Under center, send a man in motion. Areola Hands it off to his fullback, but nowhere to go. The Cats defense sniffed that one out. Brennan Garcia leads the charge.
And also number 25 in on that, which is Joshua Carrasco.
And that'll be a loss of 2. I believe that was Cabrales, so he's going to lose 2 on the play. And so it'll be 3rd down from the 8-yard line. From the pistol, they're going to throw the screen near side, and that one is on the turf, and they're going to say incomplete pass. That was almost a backward pass. Intended target was Estrada.
Yeah, and he couldn't hang on to it. It hit the turf, and Perez was right there, but of course incomplete.
And so now it'll be 4th down and 8. From, or rather, 4th and 7, 4th and 6, call it, from the 7. 6, 7, 8. There's too many of those numbers right there together. And they are going to come on and attempt a field goal, be a 25-yard attempt from the far hash mark. And the kick is up, and it is good as it sneaks through the right upright. So Roswell High with the 25-yard field goal has made this a 10-0 ball game with 10.5 minutes to go in the first half on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard. Cats with some work to do. We're back in a minute on Z94 KZOR. Roswell High kicks a 25-yard field goal to take the 10-0 lead here at Wildcat Stadium. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us. Rosie Barrera in studio engineering and producing. Rosie, thanks for doing great work in a fill-in role. So the Cats with some work to do, need to get the offense going. Roswell High already with 8 first downs in this ball game, and so kicking it away, it'll be a high end over ender, and it'll be fielded back by Corrales at the 5, brings it up to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, gets out of a tackle at the 25, is upended near the 30-yard line on the near side, and so it'll be Lovington football, 1st and 10 from the 30.
Lovington's offense got to go to work here, got to go to work. They had almost no possession time so far in this game, so let's see what they can do.
Have only run 4 offensive plays for a grand total of 11 yards. One of those, though, was a fumble. So from just shy of the 30, call it the 29-yard line, 1st down and 10. 10.5 minutes remaining in the first half.
Got to protect the football, take care of it, keep it.
Trips to the left, 1 to the right. Perez in the backfield with Aranda from the shotgun. Ashton barks out the signals. Good snap. Going to throw the screen far side and skips it in to his intended target over there. Trying to get DeMarcus Thompson, but it'll be incomplete, and so it'll be 2nd down and 10.
DeMarcus had a good game against Santa Teresa last Friday.
Yes, he did. One of the spark plugs on defense for that young man.
Yep, a two-way player.
And just a sophomore. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. Cat's going to send trips left, 1 to the right again. Perez in the backfield with Aranda. 4 men across the front for Roswell High. Going to show blitz with the linebacker. Aranda, 3-step drop. Goes left side and overthrows Aguilera. I think he was hearing the footsteps come in there, Dawn, as Roswell High got through the line and was able to get a man in his face.
Yeah, even as quick as Lovington is working. I mean, they're really working. He's working to get rid of the football, and those receivers are working really hard to get in their pattern early and out to where they need to be. So but even still, Roswell really quick.
We're going to have a new quarterback in the game as Aranda is going to be pulled out on 3rd down and 10. So we'll see who is going to run the O here for Coach G. So Aranda having his problems, so a new quarterback in the game.
Number 29.
And that'll be Wyatt Gomez. So Gomez will take over quarterbacking Trips to the right, 2 to the left. Empty set in the backfield. Gomez rolls near side, looks downfield, tosses it, has a man tiptoeing at the 40, and that'll be complete. Will it be enough for the first down as they get it out to Aguilera? And they're going to say he stepped out at the 40. Yes, sir. So Gomez comes in and completes a 13-yard pass to Adam Aguilera, and it'll move the chains. First down, Cats.
That was a bullet of a throw, and good job by Aguilera keeping his feet just long enough for that completion, too.
From the 40-yard line, Gomez, after the 13-yard completion, will stay in at the quarterback position. Twins left, Twins right from the near hash mark. High snap, it is handled, handed off, coming around the near side, cross the 40 to the 42-yard line is Anthony Gomez, who gets up into a big hit put on by Roswell High, but Gomez refusing to go down, and he'll pick up 5.
Good fight, and pretty good effort on the line as well on that one. So Lovington, a little spark here. See if they can keep this momentum going. They need to march down the field, move the chains, and get on the board.
Wyatt Gomez, the sophomore backup quarterback, will stay in the game. There's Aranda over getting seen to. Looks like they're working on his ankles, just making sure the wrapping's okay. So now with Twins to the right, 1 to the left. Gomez from the pistol formation. Deep man in the backfield behind him. And going up the middle is going to be Joseph Perez. And he's going to get 2-3 yards, maybe 4. He's going to be a little shy of the first down. But Lovington finally showing a little bit of spark, and it will be a 4-yard gain for Perez, his first carry of the game. So now 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, Aranda off the table now. He got his right ankle wrapped, and he's got his shoe back on, and he's on the sideline with his helmet on.
So Gomez, though, has come in and done an admirable job. This is the most lively we've seen the Cat offense so far through a game and a quarter and a half. Twins to the right, 1 to the left. Back to pass is Gomez, going to be flushed, rolls left, and is going to be hit and just tosses it out. And they're going to say he went down before he tossed it, and so he'll be down back at the 35-yard line. Ouch, a 14-yard sack against Gomez. And so now it goes from 3rd and about a yard to 4th down and 15.
Ouch. So all that hard work negated, but we'll see. It looks like it's punt time.
Yep, it will be punt time.
Hilliard's back.
Hilliard will punt it away. And so to punt it away with 8:45 remaining in the first half, it will be Hilliard. Good snap. Tayton handles it. He will kick it. He is a whale of a punter. It is a high end over ender, going to bounce at the 30, then take a big Wildcat bounce at go out of bounds at around the 23-yard line. So a nice kick there by Hilliard. So let's see what the defense can do as we will flip it over for the Roswell High Coyotes. And if you're Coach Jeff Lynn here, Don, I think you're going to do exactly what you've been doing, just 3-yard and a cloud of dust football. You control the time, and Lovington has frankly not yet shown that they can effectively keep Roswell from getting 4, 5, 6 yards at a whack.
Yeah, Roswell's plan was to come out here and move fast and strike early and dominate the football possession, and they've done just that.
From the 23-yard line, it'll be Roswell High football after a good punt by Tayton Hilliard. Cats trailing 10-0. Send a man in motion from the right to the left. Areola going to roll to the right side, being pursued. He's going to be hit, and he is going to be brought down. Nice job by the Wildcat defense as Kelton Kirby gets to the quarterback and brings him down, but good pressure leading to that by Anson Marquez. Yeah. It'll be a 4-yard sack, second of the ball game.
Yeah, nice work by the defense on that. They've got to keep that up. I mean, it's great to applaud that play, but you got to stay strong the next.
So 2nd down and 14. Areola from the shotgun, going to throw the wide receiver screen to Sanchez. It'll be complete back at the 15. He gets it out to the 20, back to the 22-yard line. So he's going to get 4 yards on the completion. They got back what they lost.
Hilliard and Corrales got him in a sandwich and brought him down.
And so it'll be 3rd down and 10. Wow, pretty generous spot. They're going to give him an extra yard. So it'll be 3rd down and 9 after the 5-yard gain officially.
If D can stand strong, it'd be nice for Roswell to have to turn this over on downs.
Yes, it would. 7.5 to go first half. Going to send one receiver to the right, and they're going to stack up the tight ends over on the left side. 3 of them over there. They're not taking any chances. Pressure coming from there. Areola, three-step drop, going to be flushed. Comes to the near side, continues to look downfield. Now he's just going to have to tuck it, taking himself in a huge hit right at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, that was bringing him down was number 25, Joshua Carrasco, and in front of him was Javier Corrales.
Good pursuit by the Wildcat defense, and so it'll be a gain of 1, and it should be punt time now for Coach Jeff Lynn and his Coyotes. But a defensive stand when the Cats needed it. 7:10 remaining on the first half clock. 10-0 our score on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard in favor of Roswell High. So watch for the fake here. At
They
fourth
brought in number 10.
to do the punting. So Gonzalo Garcia.
Not just on the line.
All right, and so the punt, and that will be a high end-over-ender, going to bounce at the 45. Hilliard going to let it get past him. He needs to just move off of it. Takes a big bounce by Roswell and going to be down inside the 30, back about the 29-yard line. So 7:02 to go. And the Cats offense has got to find some little spark here if they want to stay in this game. Officially, they're going to say that one was downed. I think they're still trying to decide at the 31-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 31. That's where the Cats will take over. And it looks like they are going to keep Wyatt Gomez in the ball game at the quarterback position. They will. So Gomez, the sophomore backup quarterback, going to run the offense once again on this set. Comes out in an empty set in the backfield. So Gomez actually goes up under center, and he will pitch it coming to the near side. And Gomez to Gomez, and it'll be a pickup of about 5, make it 6. So Wyatt to Anthony, pick up a 6, and so 2nd down and 4. Nice job there by the Cats.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice quick work, too.
As
Because
Gomez,
clock is running.
Gomez gets the play in from the sideline. 6:48 remaining here in the first half, as hobbling off to the near side is going to be Kelton Kirby off the line.
Let's see who they send in for him. Looks like 56 going in for him.
And so
as well as
that'll be Daniel
Henson.
Wall going in. So Henson going to go in at a receiver position. They'll wind the clock. 6.5 remaining in the ball game. Empty set in the backfield. Gomez from the pistol formation. Twins left, twins right. High snap. Fakes the handoff, and that one is going to be on the rug. Gomez to Gomez, and Roswell High says they've got it back, waiting on an official. Yep, they will, and so a botched handoff. Gomez to Gomez, so you got to put that fumble second of the ball game. And ouch, ouch, ouch. The second turnover of the game will gift Roswell High great field position at the 34-yard line.
All you can hope for is maybe, jostle something loose and get the ball right back somehow. Lovington has got to get their hands on that football and keep it and get down the field.
Twins to the left and nobody to the right. 2 tight ends on that right side. Barking it out, and they will hand it off on an end around, and a lot of room to run for number 30. That's Estrada. He's going to cross the 30 and get up to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 7 for Estrada, his second carry of the ball game, and it'll be 2nd down and 3.
A couple of big tackles made way for him by Renteria and Villa.
A little bit of misdirection there as Roswell High gets it. They want it all. Coming down the near side and overthrowing the intended target as Areola was trying to get Estrada. Coming down the near side. Great coverage down the field, though, by Javier Corrales. Will make it 3rd and 3. 16 yards on 6 attempts for Areola. Now an important 3rd down and 3, although you've got to think Coach Lynn is going to go for it no matter what happens on this play.
Yeah, he's got too good field advantage to give that ball away right now.
So they're going to come out, and looks like they're going to send one, make it 2 receivers to the right side, have a couple of tight ends in the game, 1 left, 1 right. Sanchez in the backfield with Areola. High snap, it's handled. They'll give it to Sanchez. Coming around the left side, gets out of one, ball is loose, but it'll be picked
Roswell's
up by
got
Roswell.
it back, though.
They got the lucky bounce and are going to get it back at the line, and so the fumble.
But there was a flag.
By Kennard, but a flag on the play, as you mentioned. Lovington saying they've got the ball. There's still a big fight going for it. And the Cats will have it. So Kennard fumbles the ball away, and the Cats will get it back.
But like you, I saw that ball bounce right into a Roswell, into Roswell's hands. Then he fell on it, but it must have gotten jostled loose, or maybe Corrales did a little wrestling to get it loose.
Nathaniel Severance looked like it bounced right into his hands, and then he fell on it, but a nice job by Corrales. So that'll be the second turnover of the game for Roswell High. Lovington football back at the 28-yard line.
Nice. Lovington's got to take advantage of this, though.
And a timeout on the field as Coach G says, all right, we're going to talk about this one, figure out what's going on. 5:41 to go first half. Now Pharmacy scoreboard reads Roswell 10, Lovington 0. We're back in 30 on KZOR. Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. Coach G takes the timeout with 5:41 to go in the first half. Wants to see if he can figure out some way to get his offense on track. Trailing 10-0 to Roswell High here late in the first half. With Don Morgan fieldside, I'm TJ Miracle. Again, I apologize in advance for the camera work. I am flying solo up here in the booth. Don Morgan running the score bug. Good job on that, Don. One of us is on the technology side of things.
I've been a little behind a couple of times. I got a big forgiveness on that too, but I'm juggling the rosters and the microphone and the phone with the score bug on it. But I'm not complaining. We're working.
You make it sound and look so effortless.
Oh, I wish.
If only it was that easy up here. I'm not that good. So
I bet you're doing great.
Out of the turnover, it'll be 1st and 10. Wildcat football from the 28-yard line. Gomez stays in the football game, barks it out. He'll get it. He will hand it off. Going around the left side is going to be Alec Olguin with a little room. Crosses the 30 to the 31-yard line before he gets upended. So Alec Olguin going to pick up about 3 on that one. And it'll be 2nd down and 7. Nice run there for the freshman running back and wide receiver.
Yeah, and again, the offense really got to work on holding onto the ball and don't cough it up and move forward.
So from the 31-yard line, as you can hear through Don's field mic, the teams and players being told to spread out.
Yeah.
COVID protocol doesn't seem to be affecting Roswell across the way much.
Athletic Director Areola has been along here.
Little screen pass near side. It'll be complete across the 30 out to the 35-yard line. Little shake and bake move. A quick strike there to Corrales. Javier Corrales is going to pick up, we'll call it another 4 on the completion. And so it'll be 3rd down and about 3. So a big 3rd down and 3. Lovington still only with 1 first down in this first half, 4.5 remaining. So
very
3rd and
important
3.
Play here.
Need to get it up to the 43-yard line from between the 34 and the 35. Gomez from the shotgun trips to the right. Good snap, handles it, 3-step drop, pressure coming, steps up in the pocket, finds a man wide open over the middle across the 40, still on his feet out at the 45-yard line. It'll be an 11-yard pickup.
Aguilera.
And to Aguilera and move the chains, 1st down Cats.
Nice throw. He got rid of that so fast. It was a real bullet right up the middle, and a good catch. He hung on to it, even in the face of a big swarm of Roswell when he got it. It was a good play, good run.
Second first down of the first half. Clock ticks down to 4 minutes remaining in the half. Twins left, Twins right. Gomez still in the game at quarterback. In the backfield with him is Gomez. Barks out the signal. Good snap. Looks, Wyatt now going to get flushed. Rolls left, now comes back around to the right. Throws it across his body into no man's land. Trying to get back in there is Aguilera. Question is, are they going to think he was coming back enough, or are they going to get him for intentional grounding?
2nd and 10.
Nope, they're going to say that Adam, good hustle by Aguilera to get at least back into the neighborhood to keep that from being intentional grounding.
Yeah, and Aguilera coverage on him as well by Rob.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Wildcat football out of the turnover. They've managed to move it up, get a first down. from the 44-yard line. 3:42 remaining first half. Lovington trailing by 10. Trips to the right, one to the left. Cats moving from the north to the south. Gomez barks out the signals. He'll hand it off. Going to the left side. Perez, nothing doing. He is going to be hit at the line and driven backwards. He's actually going to lose 2 yards on the play. Good pursuit by Roswell High. It'll be a 2-yard loss. And so now it'll be 3rd down and 12. Ouch. And Don, I think we may have lost your microphone there. So 3rd down and 12. There we go.
All right, yeah, Roswell High came through the line like they knew that play, but beforehand it was quick.
So an important 3rd down and 12 for the Wildcats. Trips to the right, one to the left. Gomez from the shotgun. Got Perez in the backfield with him. 3-step drop, steps up, comes across the middle, and that one is going to be, is it picked off or is it incomplete?
Hit the ground, I think.
And they're going to say incomplete, but that one skips in, and so dodging a bullet there are the Wildcats, but it'll be 4th down and 13 now for Lovington. And you don't want to give Roswell High any time. They've still got 2:53 and all 3 timeouts to work with. So have to see what Coach G's going to do here, if he's going to go ahead and punt it away, and it looks like he will. Tatum Hilliard on to punt. Back deep to receive said punt is Morial. So Morial back at his own 20-yard line. And I am remembering to run the camera on this punt. Hilliard gets it, good snap. He'll boot it away. High end over ender, and it's going to bounce at the 30, then take a big Lovington bounce inside the 20. Down and finally going to stop at about the 17-yard line. So it'll be 1st down and 10, Roswell High from their own 17 with 2:43 remaining here in the first half.
And wouldn't it be nice to force a turnover, be this close to the end zone for Wildcats?
The Cat defense has forced 2 turnovers in the ballgame. Unfortunately, the offense has given it back twice. But yeah, Lovington last week, both of their scores came when the defense forced turnovers inside the other team's red zone.
Lovington scoring right before the half would be great for their momentum heading into the locker room.
Areola from the shotgun. Send one receiver to the left. Low snap, handles it. Gonna hand it off. Sanchez left side. Gets out of 1. Crosses the 20. Out to the 25. To the 27-yard line. He is gonna be close to 1st down yardage. And we have got a fight. Helmets are off.
Wow.
Punches are thrown. There are guys getting tossed out of this one. Josh Carrasco and one of the Roswell High players got absolutely into that one. It'll be an 11-yard pickup for Sanchez, but this one is coming back, and there are guys not going to be playing the rest of tonight and next week.
You know, I looked over and saw fists flying, and at the time, Roswell's player was on top with his fist pummeling, but I didn't see the beginning of it.
And the penalties will be offsetting, and so we will just replay the downs. I can't believe, with fists obviously flying and with helmets off, that no one was ejected from the ball game. That is pretty amazing on both counts.
And at least one of the helmets was off. You got to figure at least one of those players is coming out of the game, at least for
he'll have to come
out
for one play. So tempers flaring down on the field, so offsetting, it'll wipe out the 11-yard gain, and so we'll replay 1st and 10 from the 17. Or are they going to take the result of the play?
I don't know. Coach G is out there talking with the head ref right now.
Because if it's offsetting penalties, they ought to it's just nothing doing, and you replay 1st down, if I'm not mistaken, on that rule interpretation.
They do have a 1st and 10 indicated on the scoreboard. We'll see.
And I think they're going to say the personal foul, Lovington, personal foul, Roswell High. And, they tossed out the Roswell High player. I think that's what Coach G was asking, not about the spot of the football.
Right.
Yeah, the Roswell High player obviously throwing punches and did not have his helmet on, so that young man is gone. Javier Corrales might be gone too, and they will say the result of the play will stand, so it'll be an 11-yard gain for Sanchez, and that'll be the 9th 1st down for Roswell High, as things have gotten a bit chippy here late in the first.
And Corrales is still out on the field.
So Corrales not getting tossed out of the game, but Roswell High losing one of theirs. So Lovington going to put 4 men across the front this time. Areola from the shotgun. Hands it off. Coming to the near side is Sanchez. Gets out of the first one. Cuts it up inside the tackle. Crosses the 35 out near the 40-yard line. He's going to have another 11-yard gain, and it'll be another first down for Roswell High. Their 10th of the first half.
Yeah, ouch. Corrales, as it happens, was in on the stop on that one.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from just shy of the 40-yard line. 2:26 remaining in the first half. Roswell still with all 3 of their timeouts. Ariola, 3-step drop, looks right side, wants it all, has a man, throws it over and adjusting and in and out of the hands of his intended receiver out there, Weatherby. Good coverage down the field by the Cats and Joseph Perez.
Yeah, and that was it Perez?
That
yeah,
was
it was.
6,
I thought it was Henson for a moment, but it was Perez.
Yeah, those 6, depending on how the jerseys are riding, the 6 and the 8 do look a little similar.
And actually, the 8 was looking like a 0 for me earlier this game. I had to ask one of the players, wait a minute, you don't have a 0 on the roster, right?
We are both going to see the eye doctor in the next couple of weeks. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 39.5-yard line. 2:16 remaining. Roswell up over our Cats 10-0. Ariola from the shotgun, barks it out. Fakes the screen, now he's going to come underneath. Has a man at the 42 and out to the 45-yard line. And that'll be complete to number 30. So that is to Estrada. He's going to have a 5-yard completion, and it'll be 3rd and 5. So a big 3rd and 5, under 2 minutes to play. First half, high snap, handed to Sanchez. Hit in the backfield, nothing doing. The Cats trail him out and track him down and knock him down quickly. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play.
Yeah, and that was a nice hit. Joshua Carrasco had him all the way and got him down.
So it'll be 4th down and 7. You've got to think Roswell High going to go for it. 90 seconds remaining here in the first half of play. They do still have to make that 3 timeouts. They're going to come out. I think they're probably going to try the hard count and then take a timeout would be my guess. Send twins to the right. Tight end in motion. And that's Ariola pointing like somebody moved. Yeah, but they didn't cross the line. You can move on defense, young man. That is perfectly acceptable.
I think he was looking to the sideline to see if they were going to call a timeout, too.
Yeah, with 3, 2, 1 on the play clock, they will call timeout as Lovington did not jump. So we'll just keep it right here with under right at a minute to play here in the half. Timeout taken by Roswell High. Of course, going into halftime, we will have our Bob Striftway halftime coaches conversation, I hope, Coach G and Don Morgan. And, of course, we'll get into your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from our good friends at Lovington Auto Supply. We are going to have a lot to talk about, both with the coach from Bob Striftway and with the Napa Know-How. I'm TJ Miracle, high of Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium. Don Morgan patrols the sidelines. Rosie Barrera in studio engineering and producing tonight. Doing a great job. Thanks for being with us tonight, wherever you are. In southeast New Mexico, West Texas on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington. Listening live on the Z94 KZOR app. Also, option to listen on HobbsAmerica.com and watching live and free on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Please give us a subscription if you're not already subscribed on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. We'd appreciate that. And you can also watch live on your devices at HobbsAmerica.com, the Lovington Sports tab. Don't forget on the YouTube channel, if you have a YouTube-enabled smart TV or cable or satellite system, I know TDS is YouTube-enabled. You can watch it from the comfort of your own home. So an important 4th down here for Roswell High with 1 minute exactly remaining in this first half that they lead 10-0, and it looks like they've changed their minds and will go and see if they can punt it away. So Lovington going to send 2 men back deep. So Roswell High to punt it. Yes, I do remember I've got to run the camera on this. As we get ready for the punt. Good snap. That one is going to be bobbled. Heading around to the right side is the punter, and he is going to be getting out of it, and he will somehow, some way, make it all the way back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be over on downs, but number 7 for them, Jorge Chavez, turning nothing into at least not complete disaster, Dawn.
Yeah, and our number 50 did.
And that would be Jaime Avita.
Helping run him out of bounds there. So, right before the half, you got 51 seconds to work with. Lovington maybe looks for a quick strike, get into the end zone.
2 timeouts to work with as well. Wyatt Gomez still in at quarterback for the Wildcats. from the Roswell 45, their best starting field position of the night. Gomez comes out with an empty set, trips to the right, one to the left, tied into the ball game for a little bit of extra protection. Wyatt barks the signals out, gets it. 4-step drop, comes across the middle, puts up a wounded duck, and that one is going to fall incomplete. Trying to dive in and get that one was Sabino Lazos, but it'll be incomplete. Not a lot of pressure on the sophomore that time, but just kind of short-armed it a little.
Right, but still 45 seconds left on the clock. Lovington has some time if the offense can finally get on track here and maybe get a score on the board.
Cats will have the football to start the second half. You'd love to punch one in right
Exactly.
here and then get a chance to take the lead. Start of the second half. Running back in the ball game is going to be Perez this time with Gomez. 3-step drop. Now he's going to be flushed. Rolls to the left side, looking downfield. Pump fake, keeps it himself, tucks it, takes it up the sideline, crosses the 35, down near the 30-yard line. They're going to say he stepped out, though, at the 34, but it'll be enough for the first down as Gomez with the 11 yards on the keeper. And it'll be first down for the Wildcats.
You know, that was a nice run. I mean, he looked, he picked his way through. He stayed inbounds right along the sideline until he ran out. He did a good job running out, stopping the clock, and now Lovington has a chance.
First and 10 from the 34-yard line. Cats trying to punch something in here late in the half. Twins left, Twins right. Gomez sends a man in motion left to right. He's going to roll to the right side. Going to be flush. Now he's going to toss it. Gets one of his men underneath. That is going to be Corrales up at about the 32-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard completion.
They call timeout.
And that was the smart move. We will keep it here. Corrales, his second catch of the ball game for just 6 yards. The Cats will take the timeout. We'll keep it right here. Say a big thanks to all the great folks who make Wildcat football possible. From Z94 KZOR and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Couldn't do it without the help and support of the First American Bank of Lovington, Bob's Thriftway, Man Welding, Now Pharmacy, also sponsoring our scoreboard, Norley Hospital, Navajo Refining Company, Stone Oilfield Services, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Eunice Pump and Supply, the Lovington Schools, Devon Energy, and Lovington Auto Supply. Of course, don't forget, at halftime, we will have your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show. Go over the numbers from the first half, talk about the keys to the second half, and hopefully Coach G will have a word in a moment for Dawn for a Bob Thriftway halftime coaches conversation. So
I'll be in position, and I can't imagine that he won't. He's always gracious to do that.
And we definitely appreciate that. So it'll be second down and 8 after the 2-yard completion. 26 seconds to go. The Cats, their deepest penetration into Roswell territory. Gomez on in relief is the quarterback. Good snap, 3-step drop, comes up the middle, now he's going to get flushed, comes near side, pump fake, comes across the middle, and that one almost picked off. I think he should have just tucked it and taken it himself. Intended target there, I think, was Tayton Hilliard, but
yes,
just a
was.
little bit too much mustard on it. Incomplete, and it'll be 3rd and 8.
He was rolling out and moving and throwing as he moved, but just could not find his open man in time to throw to make a throw on target, let's say.
So it'll be 3rd down and 8 to go. 18 seconds remaining here in the first half. From the shotgun formation, Gomez is the quarterback. Trips to the right, one to the left from the near hash mark. Cats trail by 10. Barking it out, good snap. Stepping up, pocket collapses, goes left side, just going to have to tuck it. And up, if he'd have just tucked it and gone, he'd have been fine. He's going to wind up with a 1-yard gain. I'm glad he did not throw that one, Dawn, or he would have been across the line and it would have been a penalty.
Yeah, exactly. But he did try to move forward a little, and then he made the mistake was going to the outside because he just had nowhere to go, and finally he just had to slide down.
8 seconds remaining, and Lovington will take their 3rd and final timeout of the half. We are definitely going to have a lot to talk about when we get into the half of this one. And just a quick programming note, if you're scanning the radio dial tonight or HobbsAmerica.com looking for the Eunice Cardinal game, they were in a rain delay, delaying the start of that one from up in Estancia between Moriarty and Albuquerque. I haven't gotten an update on whether they've gotten that one underway or not yet, but we will have that on our sister station, 103.7 KPZA, on the radio dial and on the Eunice Sports tab at HobbsAmerica.com. Judge Jimmy Jones and the crew up in Estancia tonight. Of course, the Hobbs Eagles playing tonight on our sister station, Cool 95.7. Ty Friend and the coach Brian Coltrane over at the Bulldog Bowl in Artesia. I think we get to go over there in a couple of weeks. I'll have to double check our schedule. Because, of course, I brought everything that wasn't nailed down in my office except the schedule. I hate it when that happens. Oh, nope, I did bring the schedule.
Hey,
It was hiding. Yeah, we're going to be in Alamogordo next week, though, for the holiday weekend. I know that. So back to it. So it'll be 4th down and 8. Cats going to go for it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. They are on the Coyote 32-yard line. Gomez from the shotgun gets it. 3-step drop. Now he's going to be flushed. Rolls left. Wings it sidearm. Goes for the end zone. Fight for it. And incomplete. Out of bounds at the buzzer. The Cats go for it all but come up empty. So on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard as we head to the half, it'll be Lovington trailing Roswell High 10-0. We'll just keep it right here momentarily as Don Morgan will wait for Coach G. So he's going to have a word with a couple of his players over around the 25-yard line. I think some of those may have been involved in that little kerfuffle on the last series of downs. I think he wanted to just have a quick word with them in private. So as Coach G heads over to Don Morgan, pardon me, we will throw it down for a Bob's
right.
Thriftway coaches conversation.
Let's
Hey, Don,
talk
how
and
are
walk.
ya?
Hey,
Yes.
okay, first half, what you see, what you working on, what you telling them to have.
Well, I feel like defensively we've really settled in. You know, I feel like we've come out, especially there after that first drive, the offense is different, you know, and so you try to rep it in practice, but it's just a lot faster, you know, and it's a different style offense. But they've adjusted. I've been really, really proud of our defense. Offensively, we've got our opportunities. We just got to take advantage of our opportunities, and we got to quit turning it over.
Yeah, 2 turnovers. The defense creating a couple of opportunities for you. You had some penalties and then a little extracurricular fight there that luckily didn't get any of the Wildcats tossed.
Yeah, no doubt.
Just,
no doubt. Proud of Josh, how he handled the situation and stepped away from it, and they lost a player for the rest of the game. So I'm proud of Josh and how he responded.
Key message at a half.
We got to finish. You know, we got to come out here and finish. We're down 10-0 to a championship football team, you know, and so we got plenty of time left. We're going to have the ball coming out at half. We got to get it in the end zone.
All right, good luck.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Don Morgan with Coach G with our Bob's Thriftway halftime coaches conversation. That'll get us into your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show. We're back for said halftime show coming up in 3 minutes. This is Wildcat Football from Z94 KZOR. Welcome to your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How Halftime Show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D here in Lovington. Get the Napa Know-How from your car from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. With Don Morgan Fieldside, I'm TJ Miracle. Let's take a look at the numbers in the first half of this one. Our score 10-0 in favor of Roswell High. For the visiting Coyotes, their quarterback Richard Areola goes 4 of 8 for 21 yards in the first half, no touchdowns, and 1 interception. His leading receiver right now is Weatherby, 1 catch for 12 yards. On the ground, they've had a lot better going as number 42, Bryce Sanchez, 12 carries, 68 yards in the first half of it. Areola with 9 carries, 48 yards. He has been sacked twice in the ball game. 2 carries for Josh Estrada for 13 yards. They've got 6 carries for 8 yards for Kennard and 2 carries for -1 yards for Cabrales. So if you're keeping up with it at home on the yardage side of things, 21 passing, 136 through the air means 157 total yards for Roswell High in the first half. They were penalized 2 times for 15 yards. They score 7 points in the first. They get a 25-yard field goal in the second. That's how they get to their 10 points on the boards. They had 10 first downs in that first half. Were pretty methodical in moving the ball. Turning the page for your Lovington Wildcats was not the prettiest half offensively. Ashton Aranda starting out the game was 1 of 4 for 5 yards. Coming in relief, Wyatt Gomez was 4 of 9 for 30 yards. So collectively, the Cat quarterbacks are 5 of 13 for 35 yards, no touchdowns, and no interceptions. It's been a pretty hard go on the ground, too. Actually, let's go back to the passing momentarily. 2 catches for Adam Aguilera for 24 yards. 2 catches for Javier Corrales for 6 yards. 1 catch for Isaac Henson for 5 yards. All right, now let's shift over to the ground game. Right now, leading rusher for the Wildcats is Adam Aranda, 5 yards on 1 carry. Anthony Gomez, 2 carries for 11 yards. There we go. Then 1 carry for Aguilera, 3 yards on 1 carry for Alec Holguin. Ashton Aranda, 1 carry, 1 yard. Joseph Perez, 2 carries for 2 yards. And Gomez with 4 carries for -2 yards, one of those being a sack. He also fumbled the ball. So if you are keeping up at home, and I've got to do a little bit of quick adjusting here, you've got 35 yards through the air, 17 on the ground, which gets you to 52 total yards for the Wildcats. The Cats were flagged 4 times for 30 yards of penalties in the first half, and they have yet to get on the scoreboard. Only 3 first downs in that first half, Dawn Morgan.
Definitely, it was a really tough half for the offense, and really, the defense, had some problems as well. I mean, the defense didn't look quite as sharp tonight so far as they did against Santa Teresa last week. But you got to think about Roswell High, and they're, as Coach G has said, they're a championship football program, and they really have given Lovington a complete look different than Santa Teresa in offense and defense. So Lovington's been scrambling to make those adjustments and, just try to hang on to the ball, take care of the ball, and then on defense trying to minimize the damage that Roswell High is given them. Roswell High came out with a plan, and we saw it. It's work fast, strike quickly, and just, try to ram the football down the defense and down the field, and that's what they were able to do. But in the second quarter, as Coach D said, the defense started finding some traction a little bit, improving, and even the offense finally had a little more possession time in that second quarter and came closer to scoring than they did in that first quarter.
Yeah, they certainly did, and so some work to do in the second half. The Big Blue Band out on the field right now, so we'll go ahead and take another timeout, come back with your keys to the second half. This is Wildcat Football and your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How Halftime Show from KZOR. Welcome back to Brian Urlacher Field and Wildcat Stadium with Dawn Morgan Fieldside. I'm TJ Miracle, Rosie Barrera in studio engineering and producing. This is your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How Halftime Show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Hey, you know your car is going to need something at some point. Well, the good folks to know are the folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Go get the Napa Know-How at 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Big Blue Band out on the field going through their routine for 2021. And Dawn with the blast zone down there. I don't know if you can hear me, but what are you thinking? If you can hear me, are going to be the keys to the second half.
Yeah, actually, I'm in the stands, and so I'm a little away from the band. And also, although they look good and they sound good, and I know that the band is really happy, and probably the Roswell band is too, about actually being on the field, being able to march and play during a game. Again, this hasn't happened in 2 years either, and I know that they're really happy about that. And the crowd is very appreciative, as are we. So it's nice to keep them on. But as to your point, the coach said finish. I think they're going to have to get started and keep their engine going a little before they can think about it. They've had, some problems with keeping the momentum going on both offense and defense at times, and they've kind of sputtered a little bit. And one of the things I should have meant to ask him about was quarterback, changing the quarterback, and whether they planned, to bring out Gomez and keep going with him in the second half or not. The numbers don't really show it, but they certainly look like they had a little more spark and doing a little bit better performing, that the line was performing a little bit better with Gomez, under center. So we'll see if they come out and go ahead and keep him going in the game. He came in only as a result of an injury, but,
really more of
got
an
his ankle
equipment
taped
malfunction,
and went back in. So
yeah, the quarterback change will be interesting to see if that continues as we move on into the second half of action. No matter who the quarterback is, though, the line has got to give the quarterback, whether it's Aranda or Gomez, a little more time to work. They've been spending too much time, unfortunately, running for their lives. Now, on the quarterback side of things, too, they have to get their checkoffs done incredibly quickly. 1, 2, 3, and then make a decision and throw it away, or go.
Or run, right.
Yeah, or run. Everybody has got to start moving a little bit faster out there on offense. And I think if you're the Cats, just to try and get some rhythm going, you're throwing a lot more passes this year. Not as many planned and design runs, especially out of the quarterback position. I think, and again, Coach, there's a reason Coach G's down there and won the 4A New Mexico Bowl last year, and I'm sitting up here. I really do think you've got to find a way to kickstart this offense, and I think maybe you do that by going into like your 2-minute offense, no huddle, just almost schoolyard offense, and see what happens. Because maybe if you can get firing on that, it'll get you in rhythm, and it should put Roswell back on their heels a little bit too. Yeah,
and Lovington does like that hurry-up offense. I mean, that's something that they really perfected and used to great advantage the last couple of years. Something we also need to keep in mind. That Roswell, the Lovington offense of the last 2 years, it took a while. Casey did not start off looking like Casey. It took him a couple of years to really develop, because there's a big difference between practice and game time with the game pressure that you get and just the game experience, and there's no substitute for that. There's no substitute for being in the game and getting that experience as quarterback, having to make those decisions in an instant, and getting the ball off and reading, your coverage
defense,
and making your decision. All of that. That's something that comes with experience, and Casey had the benefit of that for 4 years, and we forget that the last 2 years of that, it was, he earned that seasoning and earned that skill, and this is a younger line and two younger quarterbacks with less experience, especially game experience.
Well, it is, and Jared Jeffrey last year had only seen limited experience as the backup, and then came in and maybe a little bit of slow start in that first game, but really put it together. But he was a senior, so we've got new quarterbacks this year for the Wildcats as the Cats have come out to begin their pre-second half warm-up. So we will go ahead and throw it back to the studio. This has been your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How Halftime Show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Go get the Napa Know-How for your vehicle from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. We're back in 2 minutes for the start of the second half. This is Wildcat Football from KZOR. Welcome back to Lovington Wildcat Football from Z94 KZOR, the Z94 KZOR app, the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, and the Lovington tab at HobbsAmerica.com. With Dawn Morgan fieldside, I'm TJ Miracle, Rosie Barrera in studio engineering and producing. Of course, this is Military Appreciation Night and Veteran Appreciation Night here at Wildcat Stadium, and we'd like to thank all of our military veterans and service members currently serving. So on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard, the Cats trailing 10-0. Final thoughts as we get ready to kick off the second half, Dawn.
Lovington hopefully in the locker room making maybe a couple of adjustments, getting the message and offense ready to try to really dig in and get something started. They have got to do that right away, try to set the tone for the second half and get some scores on the board.
So it'll be Lovington football to start this second half as Roswell High will tee it up and the kickoff, and we are underway as it's a short kick going to be taken by one of the up men at the 20 to the 25, cut back up to the 31-yard line for the Wildcats. That was Cayman Ochoa. Pretty good return, 1st and 10 for the Cats from up at the 31-yard line. The Wildcat football, little room to move. Trailing 10-0. Important, I think, here to score first in this second half. I think they need to score on this first possession is what I meant to say.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they really need to work hard at getting down the field, doing whatever it takes to move that ball way down the field in a hurry.
Going to have twins to the right, one to the left. Cats moving from the north to the south as Gomez going to stay in at the running back position. Hand it off to Perez. Flag on the play. That will be a face mask, but Perez going to be buried back around the 26-yard line. No room to run for Perez, and ouch. That's injury to insult. It's holding on Lovington instead of the face mask on Roswell.
Yeah, and I saw a Roswell player reach and grab a face mask, and I thought that's exactly like you. I thought that's what the penalty was going to be.
Instead, it'll be holding on Lovington from the spot of the foul. So injury to insult. Perez going to lose 4 yards on the play, and then they're going to march it back another 10 yards. So, yikes, Lovington moving the wrong way at the start of the second half.
Yeah, and before they can worry about moving the ball, they have to hang on to the ball. They cannot cough this up again.
So it'll be 1st down and 20 now for the Wildcats. from the shotgun. Gomez with it, swings it over to the far side, and he'll skip it in over on the far sideline. His intended target over there, Adam Aguilera, incomplete. And so it'll be third down, or rather second down and 20. So they're up at the 17-yard line. Need to get it up to the 41. That's more than 20. It's like 24.
It's 24.
Yeah, math was never my strong suit. So second down and 24. Second down and Hobbs if you want to go there. Trips to the left, one to the right. Second and a long way to go, and hand it off, and there's another face mask, and we will have a flag out as the handoff to Gomez coming around the right side. Surely it's a face mask this time instead of a hold. It's got to be.
It happened right in front of not one but two referees who should have been looking that way, so I think that's maybe what it is.
So we'll see as the lineman will discuss it with the head official, and it will be face mask on Lovington, face mask on, okay. They changed it to face mask on, no. He changed it to Roswell. I guess he was already thinking it was going to be on Lovington, but.
Okay.
Now the question is it the incidental face mask or is it the personal foul face mask?
It just looks like 5 yards.
So, yep, it'll be the incidental face mask. So we'll replay second down, and it'll be second down and 19. Third penalty for 20 yards against Roswell High. So second down and 19. 11-19 to go in the third quarter. Lovington's offense still trying to find anything to get itself going here. So second and 19 after the penalty. Trips to the left, two to the right. Empty set in the backfield. Gomez is still the quarterback. Good snap. Wyatt handles it. Comes near side. Gets it to Hilliard. And when is knocked away at the very last second by Jorge Chavez. And so incomplete. And it'll be third down and 19.
Hilliard was right there in good position for it before he could reach out and grab it. It got knocked away.
So third and 19. Not a whole lot in the playbook for third down and 19. And again, I think the Cats would benefit here, Don, if they would pick up the pace, but they are still being extremely methodical with the sophomore backup quarterback in. So they're going to spin trips to the left, one to the right. It's Hilliard by himself to the right side. Single back in the backfield is Gomez with Gomez. Wyatt will get it. He's going to roll to the left, looks downfield. Is going to toss it back across. Has a man out at the 25. Coming across. That is Adam Aguilera with a little seam to the 45, to the 50, to the 40, to the 30. He comes to the sideline. He is gone. 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats. Aranda. Sorry, Aguilera.
That was, Aguilar. Adam Aguilar.
Aguilera.
Aguilera, not Aguilar. Sorry.
We're both having trouble with this all of a sudden. All I know is it's a very long touchdown that goes for 83 yards on the completion, and the Cats are finally on the board.
That was a beautiful run, and there were some good tackles there to make that happen, to break him open, and he looked for the daylight and ran and made a really smart run, and his speed just helped him put him against the field and in the end zone.
Aguilera, the point after to come, and that one is going to be blocked. It was kind of a low snap, and Henson got it, but Hilliard couldn't get the boot in it. So 10:51 to go in the third quarter. The Cats offense finally finds a big play. 10-6 on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard. Lovington trails. We're back in 60 on KZOR. It's an 83-yard touchdown strike from Wyatt Gomez to Adam Aguilera. The point after no good, but the Cats finally getting on the board and converting to start the third quarter. They trail now by 4, 10-6. I'm TJ Miracle from high above Erlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium. Don Morgan patrolling field level for us tonight. Rosie Barrera in studio engineering and producing. So Tayton Hilliard will kick it away for the Wildcats. Now it'll be up to the defense to keep this a one-score ball game. And it'll be a high end-over-ender, and it'll come to one of the up men back at the 18, to the 20, to the 25. Little stutter step and runs into some Wildcats at about the 28-yard line. Coming across for Roswell High, I believe that was Chavez, and so it'll be first down and 10 for Roswell High from the Lovington 28, Don. All right, I guess we've lost Don there. So it'll be first and 10 from the 28-yard line. Roswell High has the football in a 4-point lead just underway here in the third quarter. Roswell High going to send a man in motion left to right. 3 tight ends in the game on the left side. Areola from the shotgun. Lovington shows blitz. Areola keeps it himself, goes over the right guard, gets across the 30 out to near the 35-yard line. And again, just tough downhill running for Areola. That's what Coach Lynn likes to do with his Roswell High Coyotes, and it'll be a pickup of 7. 10 carries for 50, if I can do math, 55 yards, so 5.5 yards a carry. Moving very fast. Hand it to Sanchez. He's going to go over the right tackle and just rugby scrumming it and moving guys forward, and he's going to be all the way across the 45 to the 46-yard line. They're going to say, yep, 46-yard line. So it'll be an 11-yard gain for Sanchez as the defense just kind of along for the ride right there. So it'll be first and 10, another first down for the Coyotes. They're 11th of the ball game. Send a man in motion right to left. Areola going to keep it himself. Makes a move up the middle across the 50 to the 40 and down at the 38-yard line before being caught from behind. Tayton Hilliard brings him down. Joseph Perez assisting. But it is another big gainer into Wildcat territory. It'll be a pickup of 18 this time for Areola. Now he's got 73 yards on just 11 carries. And it's another first down for Roswell High. They're trying to answer back immediately. Areola from the shotgun, single receiver to the left side. Areola going to keep it himself, goes right up the gut, gets out of a tackle to the 30, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, and he is going to high step it into the end zone for Roswell High. 37 yards out for the quarterback, Richard Areola, which will give him 107 on the ground on 13 carries. And just like that, the Roswell High Coyotes have responded to the Lovington touchdown, and they're back up by 10, 16-6. No flags on the play. So now it'll be the point after to come for Roswell High, who, as I mentioned, immediately answers right back. On to attempt the point after. And the kick is up, and it is good from Kynard. And so with 9:34 remaining in the third quarter on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard, it's Roswell 17, Lovington 6, back in 60 seconds on KZOR. .37 yards on a quarterback keeper from Richard Areola. The point after attempt is good by Preston Kynard. And just like that, Roswell High answers the Wildcat touchdown and goes up by 11, 17 8-6. I'm TJ Miracle. Don Morgan patrols field side for us. Kennard will kick it off, and he will put the boot into it. It is a high end over ender. It'll be fielded back at the 5-yard line. Aguilera with it, comes across the 10 to the 20 to the 25. Flag on the play, and I think this one is coming back. I think we're going to have a block in the back or a hold on Lovington, and it will be a hold on Lovington on the return. So move them backwards, Dawn. Another 10-yard penalty for the Cats.
Ouch. You know, they just can't buy a break here, and they're not capitalizing, you know, on some of the gifts that they've been given. It's just tough. It's easy for us to criticize, easy for us to say, need to do this, need to do that. But, of course, that's what the coaches are telling them, too. And Lovington just having a little trouble tonight. But they've got time, and we were early on in the second half, and there's time and time enough for football and for adjustments.
An 83-yard quick strike, so the Cats have proved they can do it. So now they're going to start at the 10-yard line, a 90-yard field to go. 9:28 remaining here in the third quarter. As Gomez will stay in at the quarterback position. Twins left, twins right. Send a man in motion from the left to the right. That's Olguin. Keeping it himself, it'll be Gomez, and he's going to be hit behind the line and just back towards the line. So no gain on the quarterback keeper for Gomez. So that'll make it second down and 10. Second down and 10 to go for the Wildcats, trailing by 11. 9:09 remaining in the third. Wyatt Gomez on in relief, stays in at the quarterback position. Lovington will split trips to the right, one to the left, from right in the middle of the field. In the slot is Aguilera on the right side. Gomez checks in, now he's ready. Three-step drop, comes across the middle. He'll be complete to Corrales up at the 15-yard line. So a 5-yard completion to Corrales will bring up 3rd and 5.
And I think they're going to spot it at the 16, just a few inches beyond it. So pretty good completion there. That was a nice time in the shotgun. He had a little time, and the offensive line gave him a little more to be able to find his receiver and put it in his hands.
118 through the air now for Wyatt Gomez, an important third down and a long 4. Twins left, twins right. Gomez in the backfield with Gomez. Good snap, Wyatt with it. Comes across the top and over the middle and complete to Tayton Hilliard at the 40-yard line, but that
flag.
one's coming back. I think we're going to have offensive pass interference, unfortunately. Let's see where the man in the white hat is, and it will be pass interference on Roswell High. So it'll be defensive pass interference. So a nice job. It'll wind up being a 25-yard completion to Tayton Hilliard, his first catch of the ball game. We needed that.
Nice throw, but Tayton did a really nice job of turning around and really tracking that ball and getting it, and he kind of had to thread the needle against that illegal coverage as it happens.
And not sure, well, it was defensive pass interference, and they're going to tack on 15 from the end of the play. So Roswell High, injury to insult there. So that must have been a personal foul on top of it, and so they're going to tack. They're going to tack actually 10, not 15, onto the end of it. But he'll still take it, so that'll put Lovington right at midfield as Coach Jeff Lynn coming over. He wants an explanation of why they tacked that on to the end of the play, and I would have to check the rule book, but I thought in a case like that you could either have the result of the play or you could take the penalty. And that's what Coach Lynn, I think, is asking as well.
I did notice that.
Of course, this crew earlier on an offsetting personal foul penalty let the result of the play stand.
Right.
So I can't imagine. Well, we'll see what happens. I am not going to second guess the officials.
I did notice their number 20, Ishmael Galvan, went off limping at the end of that play too.
And Coach Lynn's still barking at the side judge over there. They're going to say, play on, boys. So right at midfield, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Just their 4th first down of the ball game. Comes at a big time, so right at midfield. A couple of big plays have gotten the Cats out of the shadow of their own goalpost. 8 minutes to go, third quarter. Gomez with Gomez on his right shoulder. Trips to the right from the near side. Hand it off, Gomez to Gomez. He's going to go over the left tackle and gets back to the line and is met by a white-clad wall and driven backwards. And I'm pretty sure that leading the charge on that was Alto Mata. And it's actually, he got back to the line, or they're seriously going to mark him a 2-yard loss. He got back to the line, I'm pretty sure. But
yeah, I think he got back to the line before
and they changed their mind and go with a 1-yard
changed.
loss. But still, I think it should be no gain. But anyway, second down and 11. They don't ask me these things. For the Wildcats from just shy of midfield, inside Lovington territory. 2 backs in the backfield this time with Gomez. Send a man in motion. Aguilera on the pitch out. Going to try the end around and nowhere to go for Adam. He is going to be swamped back inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So that one didn't work so good. A 5-yard loss for Adam. And now it's 3rd down and 14.
Yeah,
third and 15.
This offense under Gomez is doing the best when they just let him drop back into a shotgun and let him look for a receiver. I mean, I hate to say it, but that's where their biggest gains have come so far under him.
3rd and 17 officially for the Wildcats with 6.5 to go in the 3rd quarter. Got to figure something out. And I said it a minute ago, well, what do you have in the playbook for 3rd and 19? Well, it's pretty much the same thing for 3rd and 17. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Gomez in the backfield with Gomez. Wyatt from the shotgun. Good snap. 3-step drop. Comes across the middle. Has a man. That's Aguilera. Inside Roswell territory at the 45. Down to the 40 and move the chains. First down, Cats. They needed 17. They got 20.
What was I just saying about just letting drop back into a shotgun and find a receiver and let it fly? And that's exactly what he did.
And so it'll be a 20-yard pickup, move the chains for the Wildcats. Their 5th first down of the ball game.
Looking good. I mean, I say you run a play that's working for you until it quits working.
From the 39-yard line, quick timing right on that one, worked to perfection. Twins left, Twins right, 5:45 to go. Throw the screen near side to Hilliard, and it's a little out in front of him. Tatum lays out and will get it and fall forward and is going to pick up 3 on the completion. 166 through the air now for Gomez. Hilliard's 2nd catch for 28 yards, and it'll be 2nd down and 7. As we look at 5.5 remaining in this 3rd quarter, Lovington trails by 11. They need to get the offense in gear. Twins left, Twins right from the near hash mark. Wyatt Gomez, the quarterback, on in relief, leading the Cats inside Roswell territory. Hand it off. Nope, fake it. Gomez going to keep it himself, and he'll get forward to the 35-yard line. Not a lot of running room up the middle. He'll pick up 1, and so now it'll be 3rd and 6. Gomez, 6 carries, -1 yards. He has been tackled, or a huge sack, which has really eaten into his rushing yardage.
You know, Lovington has got to convert here, keep this offensive drive going. This is a real successful offensive drive. They want to make it the most successful by marching into the end zone, but they got to hang on to the ball and move the chains forward.
Twins left, Twins right. Ball right in the middle of the field from the Roswell High 35. Send a man in motion right to the left. That's Olguin. Gomez with it, going to roll to that left side. Looks, throws it across his body onto the sideline, and did he get it? Nope, out of bounds. I think he was trying to get Hilliard over there, but pushed out of, or was it?
I think it was Olguin, actually.
Was it Olguin?
Olguin was a little short, and then Hilliard was long, and he threw it kind of somewhere in between. So I don't know who he was intending that for, but it may have been Olguin.
So now it'll be 4th down and 6 with 4:20 remaining. And Coach G, I think, has got to go for it with his team trailing by 2 scores.
Yeah, I think, at the 35-yard line, I mean, you know, it's a chance to go ahead and move the chains forward here and just try to convert on this.
Hilliard with a pretty good leg, but I don't think they would attempt a 50-some-odd yard field goal, and they will not. G means go. Twins left, Twins right. Send a man in motion from the left to the right. That is Corrales. Good snap. Handled, rolling near side. Gomez hit as he throws, comes across the middle, has a man at the 30, getting out of the tackle, and high-stepping and coming back across the middle. Hilliard cuts it back at the 10 to the 5 and into the end zone. 6 on the board, touchdown Wildcats, 35 yards. Wyatt Gomez to Tatum Hilliard, and welcome to the end zone, young man.
What a nice run. That was a great throw under pressure, and Hilliard made a couple of really nifty spin moves to get out of the hands of Roswell's clutches and dance into the end zone. Good play all the way around. Nice coverage by the offensive line, giving both of them coverage, room to connect, and then room to run.
And Tate and Hilliard, that's what you need to do with your skill players. Just get it in their hands and let them go. And that's what they did there. So Lovington cuts it down to a 5-point Roswell lead, 17-12 with 4:15 remaining here in the third quarter. Now Lovington will try to get that extra point that they missed earlier back. They will go for 2. Gomez with Gomez on his right shoulder. Trips right, one left. Gomez will get it, rolls to the right side. Looks, pressured, comes underneath, and that one is going to be batted away at the last second, trying to get a diving Tate and Hilliard in the right side of the end zone, so no good, but the Cats are back into this one. 4:15 to go in the third. The Now Pharmacy scoreboard says Roswell 17, Lovington 12. Back in a minute on KZOR. .35 yards from Wyatt Gomez to Tate and Hilliard. The point after attempt failed. So with 4:15 remaining in the third quarter, Lovington has cut this to a 17-12 deficit against Roswell High. With Rosie Barrera in studio engineering and producing and Dawn Morgan patrolling the sidelines, I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us in Lovington tonight. Wherever you are watching or listening, thank you so much for inviting us into your homes and your Friday night. So Tate and Hilliard, who got the touchdown, will tee it up at the 40-yard line. So now Lovington needs a defensive stand, although they have cut this lead in half. It was 10 points when we started this third quarter. They've cut it down to just a 5-point lead. So Hilliard tees it up at the 40. 3-minute raid back in a rainbow deep for Roswell. Hilliard will kick it. It'll be a little bit short coming up, and one of the up men will have to field it at the 28. Gets a little room to the 35-yard line as, number 30, that is Josh Estrada, will get it at the 35, call it the 36-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Roswell. Now it's up to the defense to step up here.
Yeah, and if they can manage, a turnover, forcing a turnover like they've done a couple of times in this game, it would be a great. While Lovington is so hot, they need to build on this momentum that they have.
Officially from the 37-yard line. Areola from the shotgun has Sanchez on his right shoulder. Twins to the right. They are going to hand it to Sanchez on a sweep to the right side, and he's just going to put his head down and bowl forward to the 39-yard line. Not a lot of running room there, but hey, the clock is their friend. It'll be a 2-yard gain, 2nd down and 8. 81 yards on 14 carries for Sanchez. He has been the workhorse. A 2nd and 8 from the 39-yard line. Roswell sends a man in motion right to left, and it'll be Areola keeps it himself. He's going to be hit back at the first down line of scrimmage. Good job by the Lovington defense to sniff that one out. That was Joseph Perez with the initial hit, and a very generous spot. They're going to say he got back to the line. I don't know about that one. So officially no gain for Areola, and so it'll be 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, and Garcia and Gutierrez were also in on that stop really quickly. Good defense.
Big 3rd down for the Wildcats. Need to stop them here. They're going to go jumbo package, one man out to the right. Areola from the shotgun, Sanchez with him in the backfield. Fake the handoff. Areola rolls right side, throws it across the middle, has a man across the 40 out to about the 43, 44-yard line. complete to Weatherby. It'll be a pickup of 5. And so now it'll be 4th down and about 4th and call it 3.
And Perez was right behind him and ready to give him a good smother tackle and bring him down so he didn't get any more yardage on that run.
As Roswell comes to the line quickly, Coach G said, let's talk about it. 2:39 remaining third quarter. 4th and 3 coming up. Roswell leading 17-12. We're back in 30 on KZOR. Wildcats take a timeout with Roswell High facing a 4th down and 3 that Roswell indicated that they would go for. 17-12 our score. Roswell High leading the Wildcats. 2.5 to go. Slightly over 2.5 to go here in this third quarter. Lovington's offense finally finding a little rhythm with sophomore quarterback Wyatt Gomez in pulling the trigger, but now it's up to the defense, Dawn Morgan.
Yeah, the defense has caught that fire, from the offense, I think, and they're even more motivated to get out there and really make the big stop here, and this is important. They really need to kill Roswell's momentum, get the ball back, and, I think this place will just go up in flames if that happened.
Look for 3 yards in a cloud of dust. That's what they do. Areola from the shotgun for Roswell. Twins to the left side. Lovington looks like they're bringing the house. They will hand it off. Nope, it'll be Areola keeping it himself. Comes to the near side and is going to be tripped up behind the line. Falls forward and is going to get a yard, but it'll go over on downs. The defense did what they needed to do.
And who was
Corrales,
right there with sorry about that. Corrales with a shoestring tackle that kept him from breaking out and getting that forward yarded. That was a great play.
So over on downs, it'll be Lovington football at the 45-yard line. Inside Roswell territory. Is this the break the Cats need? As chugging in from the sideline, Kelton Kirby. And a late substitution on the Wildcat line. Twins left, 1 receiver to the right. Wyatt Gomez from the shotgun. Barks out the signals. He'll get it. Fake the handoff. Now he's going to roll left. Going to be pressured, and that one is going to be batted down at the line. As Roswell High comes over, thinks they scoop it. Nope, they batted it, so they don't get to scoop and go on the backward pass. So.
And actually, it came out funny out of the hand. I really think that was a grip problem maybe with that, and that ball was just not destined to really get to where it was headed.
So the incompletion will stop the clock at 2.5 minutes remaining in the third. Lovington trails by 5. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Cats going to just take their time. And send Twins to the right, 1 to the left. It's Hilliard by himself up to the left. Henson and Aguilera to the right. They'll hand it off to Perez, and he gets out of a tackle, spin move, and is going to just keep dragging some Coyotes with him to the 40-yard line. Big run for Perez. It's a pickup of 5. So Lovington saying, hey, we may not run a lot here, but we are still capable of it, so you've at least got to respect it. So it'll be 3rd down and a long 5.
They're going to say 6 officially, I think.
Ball between the 40 and the 41-yard line inside Roswell territory. Cats trying to take advantage of forcing Roswell over on downs. The offensive coaches send the play in with the quarterback. So Gomez going to split 2 left, 2 right. From the near hash mark, Perez in the backfield with him. Wyatt calls out the signals. Low snap. Throw the wide receiver screen. He is going to have Corrales, who's going to cross the 40 down to about the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 3, but he'll be well shy of the first down, so it'll be 4th and 3.
You got to think they'll go. Got to think they'll go for it though.
Yeah, you would almost think they have to here. They've got momentum on their side, so 4th down and 3. From between the 40, or rather the 38 and the 39, they need to get it to the 35. 1 minute remaining in the third. Lovington trails by 5. Trips to the right, one to the left. Big fourth down conversion for the Cats. Gomez calls out the signals. High snap, handles it. 3-step drop, has time. Good protection over the middle, guns it in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. Corrales could not hang on to the fastball. And so incomplete, and it'll go over on downs to Roswell High with 48 to go in the third.
He actually had to go back a couple of steps. He turned around and kind of backpedaled a little to try to get that ball, and he was a little out of position to be able to hang on to it.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Roswell High as the two teams trade over on downs from their own 39-yard line. 48 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Lovington has won the third quarter but trails on the scoreboard. So Ariola back to work with Sanchez on his left shoulder. And, we're going to have a false start as trying to get a jump on everything was Weatherby near side. Or Mendoza. That was Mendoza, pardon me. And it'll be a false start, 5-yard penalty on Roswell. They've been whistled 5 times for 35 yards in this one. 1st and 15 now for the Coyotes. 1st and 15 for Roswell High. Moving back to their own 34-yard line. Cats going to put 5 men on the front. They're going to bring the house here. Fake the handoff. Ariola going to keep it himself. Comes near side. Is going to be hit, and he is going to be dropped. Getting there first. Nice job by, that is 59. Perez, number 6.
Yeah. And
got the first hit and squirreled him down for a loss of 1.
Gutierrez came and cleaned him off.
You've got to be kidding me. They are going to give him forward progress for a yard. 108 on 15 carries for Ariola. So it'll be 2nd down and 14. 18 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Roswell goes jumbo package here. Everybody bunched up tight. Ariola, option look, keeps it himself. Gets through the original line and then crosses the 40 to the 41-yard line. It'll be a 6-yard gain for Ariola as the clock expires on the third quarter. We head to the fourth. We got a ball game here at Wildcat Stadium. Lovington trailing Roswell on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard 17-12. Back for the fourth in 60 seconds on KZOR Hobbs Lovington. Back at Wildcat Stadium, start of the fourth quarter, the Lovington Wildcats trailing the Roswell High Coyotes 17-12. I'm TJ Miracle, Don Morgan patrolling field side for us tonight, and an important 3rd down and 7 for Roswell High as we start this fourth quarter, Don.
It is. This is, they're.
All right, I think we've lost the transmission once again, so we'll have to see if we can find a new microphone before we head to Alamo next week. So an important 3rd down and 7 from the Roswell High's own 42-yard line. Lovington going to put everybody across the front. 2 receivers to the left side. Screen pass going to the left. It'll be complete to Weatherby at the 40, but he's not going to have much room to go at all. He's only going to pick up a couple. So now it'll be a 4th down for Roswell High, 4th and 5. Weatherby's 3rd catch of the ball game. But now it'll be 4th and 5 with 11:35 remaining in the ball game. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Lynn wants to do. He's going to bring out the punter. So we'll see what actually happens as Tayton Hilliard will go back deep to receive it. Good snap. Lovington comes after it. Might have gotten a piece of it. It'll be a wounded duck. It'll take a Roswell bounce inside the 20, and it'll be down at the 17-yard line, brought down by Caden George. So Lovington with a little bit of field work that they are going to have to do, but plenty of time to do it in. 11-17 to go. They trail by 5. Thanks for being with us tonight on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington, the Z94 KZOR app, and watching around the world on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Please give us a subscription. Remember, it's always free to watch and listen to your favorite team from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Also available in video form on HobbsAmerica.com. So 1st and 10 for the Cats. Officially going to mark it at the 18-yard line. Wyatt Gomez is the quarterback. 2 receivers to the left and 2 to the right. Good snap. Wyatt with it. Pressured, comes across the middle. Has a man at the 30. That's Aguilera. 35-40. Gets out of a tackle. Down the sideline to the 50. To the 40. One man to beat. To the 30. And finally going to be run out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. Huge gainer. 61. Make that 59 yards. And it'll be a Wildcat first down. Wow. Get it in your playmaker's hands and let them go. Aguilera, 59 yards, 1st and 10 for the Cats.
Yeah, what an incredible run that was. And he was only forced out by Adrian Anaya, or it would have been an end zone dance. So if it weren't for Anaya.
So Lovington will bring it back to the line as Gomez goes over 200 yards through the air. Twins left, twins right. 3-step drop, going to be pressured. Throws it across the middle and short arms it, and that one is going to skip in, incomplete, but just trying to get rid of that one to Corrales.
Yeah, definitely, and try to keep it low enough that it couldn't be picked off.
243 through the air at this point for the sophomore quarterback.
Who's on a pretty fast learn this game, I gotta say. There's been a lot of improvement, and Lovington has put together a couple of good offensive possessions and drives, and now if they could punch this in, this will be awesome, be able to take the lead.
2nd and 10 from the 24-yard line. Cats trail by 5. It's in twins left, twins right. Running back in the backfield is Alec Olguin this time. Goes to the right shoulder of Gomez. Gomez barks the signals. Gets the hard count, and Roswell jumps that time. Is trying to time the count was Jorge Chavez, and that will be offsides on Roswell. So move Lovington up 5 yards. You like 2nd down and 5 a lot better than 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah.
So 2nd down and 5 as Gomez giving Areola and the Coyotes a bit of their own medicine. That hard count has gotten the Cats a couple of times in this one, as Corrales will bring a play in from the sideline. Share it into the huddle. Inside the red zone, Cats from the 19-yard line. Actually, I guess technically here for us it's the blue zone, but you get the idea. From the 19, 2 left, 2 right. 2nd and 5 as whistles sound, and timeout going to be taken by Coach G. You hope that doesn't come back to bite him, but he saw something he didn't like. So he'll make sure everything is fine. 10:59 to go in the ball game. Now Pharmacy scoreboard says Roswell 17, Lovington 12. We're back in 30 seconds on KZOR. Back here at Wildcat Stadium, timeout taken by the Cats with 10:59 to go in the ballgame. Their 2nd timeout of the half, trailing 17-12. I'm TJ Miracle. Dawn Morgan patrolling field side. Rosie Barrera in studio engineering and producing. Dawn, any idea why they took that timeout?
I do not know. Coach G spent some time in the huddle with them, and, I'm always too far away to be able to hear.
All right, but he saw something he didn't like, I guess, and now facing a 2nd down and 5, but trailing by 5. Lovington needs to convert here and punch this one in. So just wanted to make sure everybody was on the same page. Twins left, twins right. Olguin is the running back with Gomez. Gomez checks on the line in his assignments, barks it out, gets it, three-step drop, under pressure, steps up in the pocket, slings it across the middle and complete to Corrales, who's going to get it at the 8-yard line, and flags fly. An 11-yard completion to Corrales. Move the chains, first down Cats. The question is it going to be at the 8 or is it going to be at the 3?
Yeah, well, I think that definitely it's defensive. They're going to call it defensive pass interference or not defensive interference.
Yeah, let's see for
With the
sure.
reception.
It should be defensive pass interference, as all over the Cat receiver was Chavez as Corrales went across the middle. The back judge threw the flag.
The men in stripes are conferring about it. They're each telling each other what they saw from their perspective and deciding.
And it'll be holding, defensive
Roswell.
holding, and so that'll be half the distance. So another 5 yards will be tacked on to the end of that one. And Roswell kind of falling apart a little bit here as Lovington has found some of their rhythm. And Lovington, what are they doing? Why are they taking the football back?
I think they're conferring on where to actually mark it off.
I think so.
And they may be marking it off 10.
It's a 10-yard penalty from the
Yeah.
spot of the foul. And so it winds up, holding
All
on
right.
Roswell High. And so they won't be tacking it on to the end, but if they take it, we're at the 8. If they don't take it, we're at the 8. So we're at the 8 either way. So it's first and goal for the Wildcats. First down of the ball game.
It's just a few inches
Closer.
closer to the 10-yard line. Yeah, it's just past the 9-yard line.
So first and goal from the 9-yard line. The Cats knocking on the door and trailing by 5 with 10:52 remaining in the ball game. Cats have gutted this one out. So first and goal, trips to the right, one to the left, ball right in the middle of the field. Gomez will go up under center this time, calls out the signal. Pitch play going to Perez, who is hit in the backfield, gets out of 1, gets out of 2, runs forward to about the 5, drags a Coyote with him, but a flag in the backfield. It'll be holding on Lovington. This one's coming back.
Ouch. Yeah, he tripped a little and then found his footing and managed to lunge forward, but that holding is going to rip him.
7th penalty for 60 yards on the Wildcats. This one comes at an inopportune time, so it'll be first and goal from, they're going to move it all the way back to the 21-yard line because it happened in the backfield. So first and goal from the 21 for the Wildcats. That's all right. They've had some long situations before in this one. So let's see what they can do here with 10:34 remaining in the ball game.
You know, Gomez has a pretty strong arm for the longer distances. This actually may give him a little time, a little more room to stretch that out and throw a bullet.
Trips to the right, one to the left. It is Hilliard by himself to the left. Throw it, and they want to go Hilliard, and he ran an in route, and they threw an out route. And so the incompletion attempted for Isaac Henson. Just a little miscommunication with the sophomore quarterback there.
Yeah, but he was feeling big-time pressure from the number 10 and number 40 from the line on that one. So big-time pressure from
Garcia
Gonzalez.
and for Gomez for Roswell High.
Garcia.
So it'll be second down and goal from the 21. Wildcats trail by 5. A bad holding call inside the 10-yard line. They've got him pushed back, but can't worry about it now. Henson will go by himself to the left. Hilliard will be the wide man on the right. Aguilar and Corrales in the slots right side. Single back in the backfield is Olguin. Fake the handoff to Olguin. Rolling right. Gomez looks, throws underneath, has a man. Complete at the 10. Little stutter step down to the 5-yard line. So they get the penalty back and a little bit more.
Yeah, Aguilera.
So Aguilera going to be down at the 5. A 16-yard completion to Aguilera.
Wow. He really had to reach through. He had double coverage on him really tight, and he caught that, spun around, and managed to get forward a few yards. It was a nice throw, nice play.
Third and goal from the 5. Adam Aguilera, 202 receiving yards. Wow. 270 exactly through the air for Gomez. So now third and goal from the 5. Trips left, 2 right. Empty set in the backfield for Gomez. And now whistles sound, and Coach Lynn gonna take a timeout. 9:25 to go in the ball game. Cats knocking on the door, but trailing by 5, 17-12, back in 30 on KZOR. Coach Jeff Lynn wants to use his telephone line. And I'm sorry, that is my one bad ELO joke for the night. I promise you that. As takes a timeout with his defense backed up on the Lovington goal line. 3rd and goal from the 5. I'm TJ Miracle, Don Morgan field side, Rosie Barrera in studio engineering and producing.
Coach Lynn definitely wanted to ice the offense just a little bit, cool them off, because they are running hot and they are 6 yards, just 6 yards in front of them to go ahead in this game.
We are the Wildcat crew, of course. 17-12, though. Lovington trails. Roswell High taking the timeout. Lovington punches this one in, and they would take their first lead of the ball game, which would be pretty amazing considering they came out with almost zero energy in the first half. But it has been a big second half for this Wildcat squad. So from the shotgun, empty set in the backfield. Gomez with it, goes across his body, and that one is going to be complete. 6 on the board.
Henson.
Touchdown Wildcats. Isaac Henson, you were right, Donna. You just beat me to it. Gets the 6-yard touchdown strike, his first touchdown of the year, and the Cats take the lead 18-17.
Man, it looked like that ball was going to sail over his head. It was a bullet. He reached up. He's got some ups, and he proved it. He reached up, snagged it, hung on to it like there was Velcro in his fist. And now Lovington has a chance. Not only are they ahead, but they've got a chance to put a couple more points on it and ice it.
Well, no, you can't ice it yet. You don't
Icing on it, though.
Okay, I misheard you. I'm sorry. So send a man in motion. They will go for 2 to try and get this up to a 3-point lead. Gomez goes across, man in the middle, and just leads his intended target, Aguilera, a little bit much. But the Cats have taken the lead 18-17, 9:18 remaining in the ball game. What's going to happen next? They'll come back and find out with us here on KZOR. A 6-yard strike from Wyatt Gomez to Isaac Henson. The point after no good, but what is good is the Cats have taken the lead 18-17 against Roswell High. It'll be Tate Hilliard to kick it off from the right to the left. It'll be a pop-up kick, going to be fielded back at the 15. Roswell High going to line up some blockers, coming back across and trying to get it across to the 20 to the 22-yard line. Great coverage by the Wildcats to bring down that runner. And what was that number, Dawn? Could you catch it?
You know what? Alec O'Keen was the first Wildcat who touched him to bring him down and help on one side.
And I believe that was Estrada returning it for Roswell High. So Lovington has taken the lead 18-17. Big doings for the Cats to take the lead. Came out, looked pretty listless in the first half. There's no better way to put it, but they have come to life here in the second. So it'll be Richard Areola back to quarterback for Roswell High. Lovington's defense coming to life too. And they'll hand it off, and nowhere for Sanchez to run. He is hit behind the line. He's going to be drugged out at the 19. It'll be a 2-yard loss. Great job by the defense.
Yeah, and number 25 was one of 3 of Wildcats. Joshua Carrasco with a good play backed up by a couple of the other defensive linemen.
So it'll be 2nd down and 12. Roswell High not slowing down any now. They trail by 1. They're going to sift Sanchez over to the right shoulder. Areola from the shotgun barks it out. Hands it off to Sanchez. He's going to try the sweep right side. Nothing doing. The Cats sniff it out and drop him back at the 15. It's a 4-yard loss.
And I believe that was big number
defense been?
59 for us.
That'll be Brian Gutierrez on the stop. Big job, big doings by the Cats, and that'll be 3rd down and 16. Lovington's defense answering the offense's charge.
Yeah, big Brendan Garcia in on that as well. So just a good read all the way around by the defensive line.
Absolutely. So 3rd and 16. All of a sudden, Roswell High is having their problems. Lovington has made some great adjustments. Areola from the shotgun. You've got to think a passing situation. It's skipped in. Areola picks it up off his shoe tops. Wants it all. Comes down the seam. Has a man and knocked away at the last second. Great heads-up play by Tayton Hilliard. Knew he couldn't get around to intercept it, but puts the hand up and stretches it out and bats it away. Incomplete. 4th down.
Yeah, really nice coverage downfield. Lovington, I know 22 and 12 also were right in there, just providing a lot of good coverage as well. So
Ashton Aranda in playing a little defense now.
And Marcus, yep.
And also Anson Marquez, you're right. So it'll be punt time now for the Roswell High Coyotes. I believe that's Jorge Chavez to kick it away. And he'll put the boot into it. It's a high wobbler as Hilliard will get it at the 46. Brings it across the 40, coming to the near sideline to the 30. Flag on the play, cuts it back at the 20. Still on his feet at the 20. Ball is out, though, at the 25-yard line. A mad scramble for it. I don't think it's going to matter. This one's coming back on a hold up at the 35-yard line. Lovington thankfully getting the ball back on the fumble. But, ooh, that one... just a case, I think, of him trying to do a little too much, but Lovington will have the football after the punt back around the 46-yard line, I do believe.
When Hilliard thought that his hole closed up in front of him on the left side, he ran to the right, was trying to find some room, trying to find a seam there, and just couldn't, got shifted backwards, and that's when he lost control of the football, but he was able to fall on it, and he is kind of limping just a little bit, giving to his left side, but he's working it out, walking it out.
Holding on Lovington, and the penalty to be declined, and they'll take a second holding. Yeah, they had one much further up the field, so Roswell will take the one that happened at the 36. So that'll move it back to the 46-yard line, and that's where Lovington will take over. That's not a bad thing, though, because if they can get a little offensive rhythm, they've lived with the big play, but if they could just keep some stuff inside the field of play here, they could probably burn 3-4 minutes off this clock and put another score on the board, put them up by 8 at least.
And that's a good plan. We'll see if it's their plan and if they can execute that.
I think Lovington, when you're hot, you're hot. So just keep riding the hot streak. Gomez on the left shoulder of Gomez. Wyatt from the shotgun. Twins left, twins right. Good snap. Handles it. 3-step drop. Steps up in the pocket. Goes left side. And that one is going to be complete. It is Henson. Tiptoes the sidelines. And complete at the 17-yard line. 29 yards and move the chains. 1st down, Cats.
Wow, one of the best catches of the night. Henson reached up, got it, came down and looked, and you could see him look and place those toes inside the out-of-bounds line and kept it. Wow, that's amazing.
3:06 through the air now for Wyatt Gomez. That's pretty darned impressive. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats inside the red zone. Sorry about the camera work there, my friends. As the snap is good, the handoff Gomez to Gomez. Gets out of the first tackle, gets to the 15, to the 10, puts his shoulder down and pulls forward to the 8-yard line.
Wow, that was another great run, too. He just refused to go down, and so strong, just made a spin move and barreled through and got several more yards.
And he's going to have 9 officially.
The offense is just on fire.
They are clicking on all 8. So second down and about a yard to go from inside the 10. 6 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in the ball game. Lovington's offense finally finding some rhythm here in the second half. And they have come all the way back from a 10-point deficit. They scored to start the third quarter, and Roswell High immediately answered, but since then it has been all Lovington. Second down and less than a yard. Twins left, Twins right. Flags fly, and we're going to have a delay of game on Lovington. Ouch, that's not a good penalty to take in that situation. 75 penalty yards on 9 penalties for the Cats so far, so it goes from 2nd and 1 to 2nd and 6. Took a lot of time off the clock, which isn't a bad thing, but now we'll have a timeout taken by Coach G. I think maybe some miscommunication. We'll just keep it right here with...
You know, we have watched a progression of an offense in this game. It's been pretty amazing, the transformation from the first series of plays and a couple of offensive possessions to what's happening now with this offense, and probably can't give enough credit to a young man who has really stepped up and come through, and that is Gomez. Wow, it has been really incredible watching him work, plus the offensive line. They just found it. They just found that rhythm. They just found that combination that's working, and how. And receivers right there, just really working it, threading the needle against double coverage. You've just got everybody, playing really well right now.
Absolutely. As the Cats take the time out, they're showing they've got one left. I'm showing that's their third and final, but we'll have to see for sure. Wildcat football from Z94 KZOR, brought to you by Devon Energy, Lovington Schools, Lovington Auto Supply, Eunice Pump and Supply, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Stone Oilfield Services, Navajo Refining, Norley Hospital, Now Pharmacy, Man Welding, Bob Thriftway, and the First American Bank of Lovington. So out of the timeout, 6:23 to go. 18-17 on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard. Lovington in the lead. So, well, they move it back up. So, yep, it'll be second down and 1. And it's a bad snap, and having to go back and just fall on it is Gomez. He's going to have to eat that one all the way back at the 22-yard line. Ouch. It's a 14-yard sack. Second sack of the ball game for Roswell High.
And I feel like I jinxed them by bragging so much on how well the offense has been doing. They haven't had very many bad snaps in this game. They've had a couple of low snaps, but that's really about the worst snap of the game so far. And you got to think it's coming with a lot of adrenaline. There's excitement, there's anticipation. These guys really want this next touchdown, and you got to feel that that's just a result of
and
it.
Just a quick correction on the last play. Coach G called timeout before the flag flew, so Lovington was not whistled there. So it'll be, but now they've got a long way to go. Third down and forever. They'll sling it to Henson into the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown Wildcats on the outside seam route. 24 yards. Welcome to the house, and the Cats go up by 7.
Wow. That's all you can say about that. What an incredible throw. It was right on target. Henson ran the route. He was right there, turned around, caught it. I mean, what can you say? It was just bang, bang, bang. And now 24-17 on the board with a chance to make it even more.
330 yards through the air for Wyatt Gomez. 4 touchdown passes. The Cats going to try and make this an 8-point lead. On to attempt the extra point is Tayton Hilliard. Second touchdown catch of the night for Isaac Henson, who will hold on the point after. as we await the point after. Play clock rolls, and they'll get it off. High snap, it's good. Tatum will get the boot into it, but it's going to split just to the inside of the left upright, and the Wildcats have taken the lead 25-17. We're back in 1 minute on KZOR. A 24-yard strike from Wyatt Gomez to Isaac Henson. And the point after is good. Makes it 25-17. Lovington has stormed all the way back and has taken an 8-point lead. I'm TJ Miracle from high above Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium. Dawn Morgan patrols the sideline. Rosie Barrera in studio engineering and producing tonight. Thanks for helping out again this week, Rosie. And so it'll be Hilliard to kick it off from the right to the left. He'll put the big boot into it, and it'll be a short kind of pop-up kick, and it'll be fielded at the 20. Coming back as they are going to try the starburst. Hadn't seen that one in about 10 years, and the man that has it is going to be Sanchez, and he'll be upended at the 35, but it worked to get him about another 5-6 yards. A little trickeration on the return. Roswell High takes over with 5:14 remaining in the ball game and trailing by 8.
Jeremiah Monreal on the return.
That was actually Monreal who got the ball out of that one.
36-yard line.
A little hard for me to see those blasted gold numbers across the field. So it'll be Richard Areola from the shotgun, has his heels on the 30. 1st and 10 from the Roswell 35. Send a man in motion. And it's going to be Areola keeping himself. Big hole up the middle. Crosses the 40 to the 45 to the 46-yard line. Shake and bake. And he's going to be close to first down yardage. And he will have the first down. Dawn, did you catch who brought him down there?
No, I stepped away. I stepped back to the fence just a little bit for a couple of minutes. So I'm not up there enough to see. But I do know Lovington defense can't afford to go to sleep here. They have got to stay strong.
Low snap, and they'll hand it on a pitch around. Huge hole on the 50 to the 45 to the 40, turning the corner and being brought down from behind is going to be Josh Estrada, but he gets a big gainer on that one. He's going to pick up, that is 14, that is 19 yards for Estrada, and that is the 14th first down for Roswell High.
Adam Aguilera brought him down, but again, Lovington defense has got to make a stand here.
Running the jumbo package, they'll hand it off to Sanchez. He's got some room on the left side, but he's going to be forced back to the right. Comes into the middle and is going to be grabbed and sat on by Jaime Perales as Jaime brings him down and sits on him, but he still picks up about 8 on the play.
Anson Marquez with the tackle.
And Marquez in on the stop as well. 17 carries for 83 yards for Sanchez.
And Roswell again running that hurry up offense. Lovington D got to get in place and get ready.
2nd down and 2. Barking out the signals is Areola. Good snap. Going to throw the screen to the left side. Gets a block, and his man is going to come across the middle to the 10 to the 5 and into the end zone. Roswell High answers just like that. No flags on the play, and that'll be the wide receiver screen to Weatherby from 33 yards out. And so it'll be a touchdown for Roswell High, and they are going to cut this down to a 2-point game.
And you know, the Lovington's defense was not out on the field for quite a long time there, and looks like they just could not get their engines revved back up and get up to full speed.
Weatherby 4 catches for 52 yards. Roswell High, you've got to think, will go for 2 here to try and tie this game, as it looks like, yes, indeed, they will send the offense onto the field. Areola is the quarterback. Sanchez is his running back. Areola calls the signal, calls his own number, takes it over the right side and untouched into the end zone. And with 4:12 remaining in the ballgame, we are tied at 25 apiece. We have got a good one here at Wildcat Stadium, back in 60 on KZOR. .33 yards, Richard Areola to Weatherby. The two-point conversion is good, and we are tied at 25 with 4:12 remaining in the ball game. I'm TJ Miracle. Don Morgan patrols field side. Rosie Barrera in studio engineering and producing. So on to kick it away, it'll be Josh Estrada, and he'll put the boot into it. It is a high end over ender. It's going to be fielded back at the 12-yard line. Aguilera will bring it up to the 20, 25 to the 30, makes a man miss to the 30, to the 35 to the 40, 45 to the 50. Inside Roswell territory is hit from behind. The ball is out. It's going to be scooped up by a Roswell High defender. He's going to take it down the left side, and so a huge return turns into a fumble, and now the momentum has shifted back to the white and red, Dawn.
Wow. These things turn on a dime, and I think that was a penny. It was, wow, so quick.
Adam Aguilera got stripped out from behind, and so Roswell High will have it on the third Lovington turnover of the ball game. Could not have come at a worse time. Now Aguilera with the fumble. And that's his second fumble of the ball game. And so now it'll be Roswell football with 3:56 to go, and they're at the Lovington 30. So Areola right back off of the success from the last drive. Two receivers to the right side. Good snap, but flags will fly. I think maybe a delay of game. And it will be delay of game on Roswell High. So move them back 5 yards. That's their 8th penalty for 55 yards.
Well, I guess we can be thankful for any small, positive thing that comes our way at this point. But Lovington has got to create some more opportunities for themselves and turn this thing back around.
Now it's up to the defense to see if they can get the ball back to the offense. 3 minutes, 56 seconds remaining in the ball game, all tied at 25. First half belonged to Roswell High. The second half has belonged to Lovington, but Roswell not going away. Areola from the shotgun. Sanchez in the backfield with him. 1st and 15. Has keeping it himself. It'll be Areola. Starts it right, cuts it back towards the middle, up the seam, crosses the 30, and going to be down near the 25-yard line. He picks up 10 as Lovington needs to tighten up in the run defense. So 2nd and 5 after facing a 1st and 15. Areola from the shotgun as he's been the entire game. Send one of his tight ends in motion, and Areola just going to keep it himself. Goes over the left guard, right up the seam, and is going to be near the 20-yard line. Depending on the spot, going to be close. I think he's going to be about a half yard shy, so it'll be 3rd down and 1. 19 carries, 109 on the ground for Areola. Lovington has gotten to him twice for sacks. So now an important 3rd down and 1. Roswell High going to eat as much clock as they can. Lovington with just one timeout remaining. Under 3 minutes to go, and Roswell High on the march. Areola from the shotgun. Has a Sanchez in the backfield, and Sanchez gets it. The ball's on the turf, and the Cats defense has done it. They've got it back. They've forced their 4th turnover of the ball game, and the Lovington defense answers the bell. Wildcat football.
That was Perez who came up holding it.
A huge job for the Lovington Wildcats. Sanchez had the room for the first down, but fumbles it. 4th turnover of the night, and so the Wildcat D gives the O the ball back with 2:44 and an 80-yard field to work with.
Lovington O just needs to catch fire again and move them forward.
Twins left, Twins right. Gomez is the quarterback. Barks out the signals. Gets it, throws the wide receiver screen to Aguilera at the 25 to the 30, 35 to the 40, 45, 50. It's a foot race to the 40 and finally going to be run out of bounds at the 40-yard line. But a huge 50-yard pitch and catch moved the chains. First down, Cats.
Wow, and if it weren't for, I believe that was Sabino Lazos over there, number 11, who pushed him out. Man, Aguilera has got afterburner speed. He just poured it on.
I believe he does run track in the sprint. So 1st and 10, ball at the 45-yard line. So it winds up being a 45-yard pitch and catch. Hey, you'll take it anyway. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Gomez in the shotgun, 2.5 to play. Low snap. Gomez just going to have to eat it back at the 50. So it'll be the 4th sack of the ballgame, 3rd sack of the ballgame, pardon me. So the bad snap cost Lovington 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 15. Back at midfield. Again, I apologize for the shoddy camera work. I will fire myself from that job as soon as I can. So the ball right at midfield. 2 minutes remaining in the ball game. I do not think we want to see this one go overtime. The alternating possession rule. Lovington would just like to score and put the icing on the cake right here. 2nd and 15, ball right at midfield. High snap, Wyatt handles it. Gomez going to be forced. We'll have a holding call on that one as that one's going to get flung into the Roswell bench. And so, well, now we're going to be looking at 2nd down and Tatum, because that one's going to be back, the flag at the 41. That'll move Lovington back to the 31-yard line. It goes in the books as a 10-yard penalty, Dawn, but in reality, it winds up being a 21-yard penalty.
Yeah, it's going to be, jeez.
Yeah. I mean, literally, it is 2nd and Tatum.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be all the way back at the 31-yard line in their own territory. They have to get it to the 35 in Roswell territory.
Jeez. 2nd and 33. I was thinking 1, but it's even worse. It's 33.
Yeah, 2nd down and 33. They've got a long way to go with 1:47 to go as confusion reigns on Roswell's front line. Gomez, it's 2nd and forever. Drops back. He's going to throw it underneath. Going to have it to Corrales. He's going to get a block. Comes across the 35 to the 40 to the 45 and comes out of bounds. And we're going to have a late hit out of bounds. That should be an automatic first down for the Wildcats. They are going to get 10 yards to Corrales, and I think we're going to have a late hit.
Yep.
And so that'll be personal foul, and it should be an automatic first down. 160 yards. I'm sorry, 190, 200, and 390 yards. I'm losing it here. 390 yards through the air for Wyatt Gomez.
It's the kind of break here that Lovington really needed. They just
we
got handed a big gift.
Personal foul, dead ball on Roswell High, late hit out of bounds. So from the end of the play, it'll be 15 yards tacked on to the end of it. And I'm not mistaken, that is an automatic first down.
That's automatic, yeah, 1st and 10.
As Coach Jeff Lynn is coming out. And I'm sure there's an ELO joke to be made here, but I'm not going to make it.
I think he's probably wanting to know is, wait a minute, why aren't they going to carry the yardage over? And maybe it isn't an automatic 1st and 10.
Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe not from the end of the. Normally, you wouldn't be faced with 2nd and 33.
But, so 2nd and.
So it'll be 3rd down and about 4.
3rd and 4, okay.
It should be 2nd and 4. Yeah, it will be 2nd and 4.
All right. I'm adjusting the score bug there.
So the 10-yard completion to Corrales, and then the penalty tacked on to the end of it. So it'll be 2nd down and 4 to go. 98 seconds to go. Lovington On the march again. This one has gotten just a bit contentious. Trips to the right, one to the left. Single back in the backfield. High snap. Gomez handles it, guns it across the middle. He has Henson at the 25-yard line and moved the chains. First down, Wildcats.
Wow, beautiful play. I tell you what, they really are clicking. I tell you, just a beautiful thing to behold from here. Just perfectly executed from the quarterback, the line, the receiver. It was great.
And Dawn,
nothing
get
that
this.
Roswell could really do to defend against that. You just can't. It was quick.
With that completion, Gomez goes over 400 yards in the second half.
Wow.
From the
Amazing.
shotgun, Gomez calls out the snap, gets it. He wants it all, and there was a push-off, but it's complete to Henson anyway at the 5-yard line. Move the chains. First down, Wildcats. First and goal. So that'll be another 19 yards to tack on to the tail end of it.
Another beautiful catch, a good throw, although it was a little high. Henson had to go upstairs and get it, but he came down and made sure that he put his feet, in bounds, and he got him just barely right there in the corner.
Henson, 97 receiving yards. So Lovington trying to put this one away, although Roswell High is going to have some time. It'll be first and goal from the 5-yard line for the Wildcats. All tied at 25. What's going to happen? Man in motion. Corrales from the right to the left. Gomez rolls out, looks to the end zone, puts it up into the back corner, and that one is going to be knocked away and out of the hands of Corrales. Another cat over there in the neighborhood, too. That was Aguilera, so it'll be incomplete. Second and goal from the 5. 423 yards through the air for Gomez. This is pretty darn amazing.
It's a pretty big transformation, not just for one player, but for the team, making the adjustments and then just catching fire. And he's done this. Henson, of course, one of his favorite targets, but he's also, he's connected with Corrales and Aguilera. He's been working it.
Yeah, he's been working it around. That is for sure. So they're going to send trips to the near side. Ball from the near hash mark, one out to the right. That is Hilliard. Gomez from the pistol, fakes the handoff. Looks, goes to the corner for Hilliard. Tatum with it, 6 on the board. Touchdown Wildcats, right corner of the end zone. 59 seconds to go, 5 yards on the completion to Tatum Hilliard. His second touchdown catch of the night, and the Cats are back up by 6. Cannon goes off a bit late there, but that's okay.
It was dramatic nonetheless.
It was dramatic.
And so Hilliard gets in on the act too. He's also caught some from Gomez as well. So I tell you what, and the offensive line again doing a good job, and Gomez just really doing a good job scrambling back there and looking for his targets and putting it in their hands.
5th touchdown of the night swung by Wyatt Gomez. Point after to come from Tatum Hilliard. Out of the hold of Henson. The snap is down, the kick is up, and it is no good. It goes wide to the left. So Roswell High will have 1 minute, 2 timeouts, and 1 shot at the end zone. Don't miss it. We're back in 30 on KZOR. A 5-yard touchdown, Wyatt Gomez to Tatum Hilliard in the right corner of the end zone. The point after is no good, but the Cats have retaken the lead, 31-25. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle, Rosie Barrera in studio engineering and producing. Oh, we are going to have some serious fun in the Devon Energy postgame show, no matter the outcome of this one. This has been I think we could call the second half officially a classic, Dawn.
Oh, and I'm still reeling from that. I just thought from my angle that ball made it through the uprights, and I just can't believe that it was just a little bit wide.
So now it's going to be up to the defense to come up one more time.
Well,
59.
it's going to be really crucial for this special team right here to really come through as well.
59 seconds in the ball game, a 6-point lead for Lovington, and Roswell High has 2 timeouts. Tayton Hilliard to boot it away. Back deep to receive is Moriel, as it'll be a high end over ender. It'll come to one of the up men. It's going to be muffed at the 15. Picked up back at the 10 by Weatherby. Looking for some room to run. Still on his feet. Goes back to the 10. And Lovington, great coverage down the field to bring him down. So the Wildcats have kind of rattled the Coyotes, and now they have got a long way to go. If you are the Cats, you cannot let them get a big play.
Special team did its job, got the Coyotes a little rattled, and now pinned them way back, and now the defense just has to seal all of the holes, keep anybody from getting out, getting free, and making the big run.
Going to put the ball down at the 13-yard line. If you're the Cats, and I'm not the defensive guy, I put 3 men on the front. I put everybody else back. I cover any receivers down, and once they hand it off, then I swarm the football. But again, there's a reason I'm up here and not down there. I think my friend Coach Art Sandoval next door would agree with me. From the shotgun, it is Richard Areola. Gets it, looks to pass, under pressure, throws near side, and throws it away as his intended target is going to fall down. That was Estrada.
Number 30.
Incomplete. And so it'll be 2nd down and 10.
And he just really got tripped up. He tripped himself up, just kind of was turning around to follow the ball and just kind of got just a little clumsy, tripped himself up. Now, Aguilera was in the neighborhood coming to cover him, though.
Well, and a bit of miscommunication because he was running an up and out route, and instead a flag route was thrown by Areola. Of course, Areola was under a little bit of pressure from the Lovington line there, so give them credit for that. So they're going to send twins to the right, 1 to the left. Sanchez in the backfield with Areola. Good snap. Areola looks to pass. 5-step drop. Now he's going to roll left. Still looking downfield. He's just going to have to tuck it, take it himself. Still on his feet and is going to be hit up at the 20-yard line. He's going to pick up 8, but it'll bring up a 3rd down and 2 as the Coyotes will take their 2nd timeout. We'll just keep it right here. Say a big thank you to everybody who makes Wildcat football possible on Z94KZOR, the Z94KZOR app. Also at the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and the Lovington tab at HobbsAmerica.com. We couldn't do this without the help and support of Devon Energy. Of course, don't forget the Devon Energy postgame show comes up immediately following this ball game. Lovington Schools, also Lovington Auto Supply, Eunice Pump and Supply, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Stone Oilfield Services, Navajo Refining Company, Norley Hospital, Now Pharmacy, Man Welding, Bob's Thriftway, and I have a feeling you're going to have a whale of a Bob's Thriftway coaches conversation at the end of this one, Don. And also brought to you by the First American Bank of Lovington. On the Now Pharmacy scoreboard, Lovington 31, Roswell 25. I'm out of breath up here.
It's been a heck of a game,
Especially
a heck of a second half.
So 36 seconds left on the clock. Roswell's 3rd down and 2. But what's more important is 36 seconds on the clock. Going to send trips to the right side, 1 to the left. Areola by himself goes to the left side, throws it up the seam, has a man across the 40 at the 42-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 21, but he stays in bounds, and that's the more important thing. 15th first down.
Nope, he got it. He got tossed out of bounds, and the clock stopped.
And that was complete to Estrada.
Let's go, defense.
And so it'll be 1st down and 10, and he did get out. So from the 40-yard line, throw it to the left side, and that one is going to be picked off. The Cats have gotten it. Tayton Hilliard with the INT, and that will seal it for the Cats. Oh, are they going to say it skipped in? They are. They're going to say incomplete. I thought Tayton had it. They're going to say it hit the blue turf before it went into Tayton's hands. That should, oh my goodness. Don, did it hit the turf first?
I couldn't see because the Lovington bench over here was in front of me. They thought Hilliard had it. They were celebrating. I was just trying to see. I was like, what? Looking through legs, just trying to see through between helmets.
19 seconds left on the clock. 2nd down and 10. That is not really important at this point. Areola under pressure, rolls to the left side, is going to be hit in the backfield and still on his feet and is going to be dropped at the 30 with 10 seconds to go. Great pursuit by the Lovington Wildcats and DeMarcus Thompson. And that'll be the 4th sack of the ball game. And it'll be 4th and forever. Drops him back at the 30-yard line. It is an 11-yard sack. And so now it'll be 3rd down and forever, 9 seconds to go. Roswell High is going to take their final timeout. We'll just keep it right here, Dawn. So now the Cats defense cannot lose focus. If you're Roswell High, you've got 2 downs, and you're going to have to go for the end zone both times.
Yep, you're going to have to go for the end zone or a quick, maybe take it in 2 bites if you're going to go long. Try to get a receiver right by the line, send him out of line, stop the clock, and then take another stab at it. So either 1 long one or 2 short ones. We'll see what they do. Either way, Lovington D has got to come through.
From the 32-yard line, yeah, you're absolutely right. If take something to the sidelines and get out and stop the clock. 9 seconds remain in this ball game. The Cats with an improbable comeback, lead by 6. Roswell High trying to force at least overtime, if not get the win. Areola, big drop, is going to be pressured. Comes across, he puts it up in the air as we hit 4, 3, 2, 1, jump ball, and the Cats will have it as coming back to the near side as Henson with the INT, and the INT will seal it. Henson with the INT, and the Wildcats victorious 31-25, the final score. What a ball game, Dawn Morgan.
Oh, this was a treat. Wow, especially this second half, so incredible. Lovington coming through, everybody doing their jobs, offense, defense. What a great victory. They can all pat themselves on the back, and just incredible. And the Lovington crowd on their feet, like this whole last 5-10 minutes or so, incredible.
Absolutely incredible. So we will be back in 3 minutes for your Devon Energy postgame show. The Cats victorious 31-25. This is Z94 KZOR. Welcome to your Devon Energy Lovington Wildcat postgame shows. The Wildcats improved to 2-0 on the season with a come-from-behind victory against Roswell High, 31-25. I'm TJ Miracle. High above Erlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium, Dawn Morgan patrols the sideline. We will have our Bob's Thriftway coaches conversation coming up in a few minutes. Quick look at the final numbers in this one. We will start with Roswell High. Their quarterback, Richard Areola, finishes the night 8 of 16 for 82 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions, none bigger than the one at the very end by Isaac Henson, which sealed the deal for the Wildcats. Their leading rusher tonight was also Areola. He had 21 carries for 106 yards. He was sacked 4 times by the Wildcat defense. He also had a 37-yard rushing touchdown. Their workhorse, Bryce Sanchez, carries the ball 18 times for 85 yards, but he did cough the ball up late in the game, which turned into a pivotal turnover for Lovington. Leading receiver tonight was Weatherby. He had 4 catches for 52 yards, including that 33-yard touchdown pass. So on the ground, 230 yards cumulatively for the Coyotes, 82 through the air, 312 total yards. They were whistled tonight 9 times for 70 yards in the penalty category. They get 7 in the first, 3 in the second, 7 in the third, 8 in the fourth. That's how they get to their 25. They did win the first down battle as they had 15 first downs. They also did have Estrada kick a 25-yard field goal in the ball game. Turning the page for the Lovington Wildcats, Ashton Aranda started the game tonight, went 1 of 4 for 5 yards before coming out as Wyatt Gomez took over, and he finishes up the night 22 of 35, 428 yards, 5 touchdowns, and no interceptions. Favorite target tonight, Adam Aguilera, 7 catches, 252 yards, including an 83-yard touchdown. Isaac Henson just behind him, 6 catches, 97 yards, including 2 touchdowns. Tayton Hilliard, 4 catches, 68 yards, and he had 2 touchdowns as well. And Javier Corrales, 6 catches on the night for 35 yards. So the ball getting spread around quite a bit for the Lovington Wildcats. On the ground, a little bit different story. Leading rusher tonight was Anthony Gomez. He had 4 carries for 19 yards. Joseph Perez, 4 carries for 3 yards. Ashton Aranda, 1 carry for a yard. Alec Olguin, 1 carry, 3 yards. And for Wyatt Gomez, officially 9 carries, negative 20 yards. He was sacked 4 times in the ball game. So if you're keeping up at home, 433 passing yards for the Wildcat quarterback, 6 on the ground, 439 total yards. Lovington has whistled 9 times, with penalties for 80 yards. They scored nothing in the first half, get 12 in the second half, and then the rest of them on the board. So I do believe Dawn Morgan has Coach G, so let's take you down for a Bob's Thriftway Coaches conversation.
I just got to say it. Congratulations, Coach. What a hell of a second half.
Unbelievable.
I'm going to check the locker rooms for pods. You guys came out a different team that second half. Incredible. What did you say? What does this do to, besides what you told this team in the huddle? Effort. They just outplayed Roswell in that second half.
You know, and I challenged them before the game started. You know, I challenged them and said, you know, Roswell High, the last time that they gave away a blue trophy, they were the ones that brought it home. And last season, we were able to bring home a trophy as well. So you got 2 championship programs, 2 really good programs, and when 2 really good programs play each other, what's going to set that one over the top is effort. I am so unbelievably proud of our leadership by our senior group. I mean, they came out here and I asked them to serve their teammates. Get out there and do everything that you possibly can in the second half to finish this football game, make plays, and go get a win. And they did it.
And they did it with style and going away. Incredible. What a transformation and everybody doing their jobs from offense, defense, special teams. You had an incredible transformation from a quarterback who went in on after an injury on your starting quarterback. Yeah, he was making progress, looking good. You left him in. Are you happy about that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And we knew Wyatt could do it, you know, and I think some of the mistakes that Wyatt made early on was because he's a 10th grader.
Lack of game experience,
it's
right?
Just a lack of experience on his part, but he's extremely talented. He did an outstanding job. They did a good job of stopping the run. I mean, that's 2 weeks in a row that we've struggled running the football. But if they're going to load up to stop the run, we got to be able to give it to our playmakers, and that's what Wyatt did. So I'm proud of how he responded in the second half. There was adversity there for him.
Sure.
I mean, there was adversity there for me. Could have gone either way. He responded the right way and did a great job leading our offense in the second half.
And he had a variety of receivers, too. I mean, he hit everybody. Hilliard, Corrales, Aguilera, Isaac Henson. Incredible job there. It just really worked, dropping him back in the shotgun and letting it fly. And the offensive line giving him just that much more time. And then when the defense came back on, it wasn't a perfect game. Right. You had a lot of penalties, and I heard you tell them in the huddle that you do have some things to work on before the next big game.
Absolutely. We got to eliminate penalties, things that we can control, offside penalties, pre-snap penalties, alignment penalties, things like that. We can control that before the ball's even snapped. And so we take great pride in our discipline and knowing how to line up, knowing to go when the ball is snapped. And so those kind of things we can fix, and we'll address them tomorrow. There's a ton that we need to learn. I'm really, really proud of our offensive line. They did an outstanding job protecting the quarterback and really stepped up in the second half. Anthony Gomez had some big runs in the second half. Joseph Perez did. So just really, really proud of our team.
Definitely. Looking at next week's game, what's the key going to be, and what are you going to work on most this week?
Oh, I'm sure they're going to try to run it in a phone booth. That's about how Alamogordo is. So, but we're going to enjoy this one for a couple of hours. It's a great big old win. The Lovington Wildcats have not beat the Roswell Coyotes since 2009. Wow. And so just incredible. Unbelievable transformation. And I've been on the other end of that deal, and so just so proud of how our team stepped up in the second half. Unbelievable servant leadership, and just so incredibly proud of our guys.
All right, well, congratulations. Good luck next week, and thanks as always. And you ought to be proud and celebrate for longer than 2 hours on this one.
Yeah, no doubt. Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you very much. Don Morgan with Coach G, our Coaches Conversation, brought to you tonight and after every game by our friends at Bob's Thriftway. The good folks at Bob's Thriftway bringing you the Coaches Conversation. Of course, this is the Devon Energy postgame show. We will come back and preview next week and wrap things up. This is Wildcat Football from KZOR.
At the time, in the moment, but still, getting in there and having a good attitude and playing where he was told, where he was needed, getting plugged into, the different slots. And I think that was important and good to see for the team.
Well, I think you are absolutely right on that. Now, I don't know if we'll have any quarterback controversy or not, so we'll have to see who is taking the first team snaps and who leads the Cats out against the Tigers next Friday night. And with that, my friends, we will put a wrap on this Devon Energy postgame show. A wild one. The Cats come out flat, but the sophomore quarterback, Wyatt Gomez, gives them a spark, throws for over 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, and the Cats come from behind and win this one by a final of 31-25 to improve to 2-0 on the season. Big thanks to Rosie Barrera back in studio, engineering and producing tonight. Definitely appreciate all of her help. For Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Wildcat Stadium. This has been an exclusive presentation of Walmart Digital Solutions and Z94 KZOR Sports. Good night, everybody.